We are live. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Let us know if you can hear us and you can see us okay. I'm joined by Rob.
Hello.
And Pete.
Hello.
We're going to be doing a 3-player tutorial and playthrough of Andromeda's Edge. This is the deluxe version of the game. Other versions of the game are available, but I did check with the publisher in advance and I said, are you okay if I use the deluxe version of the game? Because this is available. So there is a normal retail edition of the game, which you can get from Lucky Duck Games. And then there's the deluxe version as well. So just so you know, there is a version that is cheaper than this that doesn't have all of the extra blinged up components. We're going to be teaching you the game as we go through today. I will be giving you an overview at the start of the game, but we've all played the game. So I'm going to cover all of the details of the game, like combat and things like that, when we actually get to them. But this is a game for 2 to 4 players, but if you get the escalation expansion, there is a solo mode included, and it also takes you up to 5 players. We are trying to score as many victory points as we can get, and the way that we're going to be doing that is we are going to be exploring Andromeda's Edge. We are going to be building developments on the planets. We are going to be finding some ancient pieces of technology and adding them to here as our modules. What else are we doing? All sorts of stuff. We're going to be moving up tracks.
Yep, fighting off raiders, exploring new planets as we extend beyond the edge of Andromeda.
Yes, got areas to explore here. We've done all of the setup for you, but just to give you an idea of what we've done in setup. In a 3-player game, you have 6 of the planet tiles. These are the big, nice tiles. These are regions. And you have 6 base tiles. Now, there are only 6 base tiles in the game, and you always use all of those. But then what you do in a 3-player game, you take 6 of the planet tiles, shuffle them together with the 6 base tiles, so you've got 12, and then you lay them out in rows like this. So you're going to get a mix. If I just show you, if I press the right button on here, hopefully this is the right button. Yep. You'll see a mix of base regions and planet regions. Also notice that we have 2 quasars. So these are a variant rule that Peter from Cardboard Alchemy said, I want you to use these in the playthrough because these provide a little bit of extra interest. And these go on specific spaces. If you are using them, they go on these 2 specific spaces. If we weren't using the quasars, then that would be the setup of the game. But we are using the quasars, so we're going to put those here. So the quasars, without going into too many details about what these do, is ships can't go into the quasars, and you can't move through the quasars. And normally in the game, these raiders will come out in the nebula. But if you're using the quasars, they actually start in the quasars. Now, they start in the quasars, but once they've left the quasar, they can't go back into it. And you start with 2 of these in the game, and we've rolled a dice to see where they started, and it turns out that they've started here. Speaking of the raiders, these are Vorticon strikers. There are 2 different S-class raiders that are included in the game. The Vorticon strikers and I believe the slashers. And you decide at the start of the game which one of them you're supposed to use. So if we actually just have a quick look over here, you will see the different raiders that we're using in the game. This is the S-class raider, and this is visible from the start of the game. Then you choose one of the A-class, one of the B-class, one of the C, one of the D. Now, although those cards are face down, we've seen those cards. We know what those cards are. And if you're playing the game, you're supposed to keep them down and face down until they come onto the board. But players are allowed to look at them. They're not going to be secret for the players. We're actually going to keep them secret from you, the audience. But just so you know, if you were playing this game, you would know what those are. Right. So, how the game plays. Well, we've already determined that Rob is going first. The start player has 0 victory points, and then you go clockwise from there with players getting 1 extra victory point. And Rob's going to take the first turn in the game, and then I'm going to take a turn, and then Pete's going to take a turn, and then you keep taking turns. This is not a game that has rounds or phases or anything like that, and in fact there is no need to keep track of who was the start player in the game, because what happens is you keep playing turns until the end of the game is triggered. The end of the game, we're playing to 50 victory points, which is the short game. It will give you a good idea of how it plays. To be honest, having played this game twice, I would probably prefer to play now at 60. I'd play at 70 if I wanted a slightly longer game. But having seen, once you know the game, how easy it is to get victory points, it's not easy, but it's, we're going to play to 50 tonight just to keep the play length short and to give you an idea of how it plays. I've played this game twice before. This is my 3rd game. Rob and Pete have played it once before, so this is their 2nd game. None of us are experts at this game. people watching in the chat are probably better at this game than we are, but please don't be shouting out any strategy advice to us. If we get any rules wrong or we misplay something, please let us know as you're watching us live, but don't give us any strategy tips. Give them to me afterwards, don't give them to these two. So, we're playing to 50 victory points. The player who triggers the end of the game, what happens is every player then gets one more turn, including the player who triggered the end of the game. So I think there is an incentive and a benefit to wanting to score points. Surprise, surprise.
Shock horror.
Yeah, shock horror. Also on the board, you will notice that on these base regions, each of us has a leader. So these are plastic pieces representing our leaders, and we have 6 leaders in Andromeda's Edge that we can recruit, and we also have 2 leaders in one of the nebula regions. The nebulas are hard to get into. You need a ship with a special type of special ability in order to travel into the nebulas. On the planets, we have 3 moons. So there are 9 moons included in the game for each of the different types of planets. We have green, we have red, we have brown, we have blue, we have yellow. No yellow planets have come out yet. And what you do is you stack 3 of them onto each planet. Now we know what the top one is. We don't know what the ones underneath it is. So the way you're supposed to do it is put the tokens face down and then you flip them over so that you've got that. We also have these moons. These are sort of teal coloured moons. These are special moons. These go in the nebula. They're slightly better, I think. And then if we just zoom up, we have the top of the board and we have the 5 tracks. So we have, it's either the science track or the research track. I can't remember which. This is the industry. This is the supremacy track. This is the commerce track. And this is the civilization track. And you'll notice that different players have started in different spaces on those tracks. That is because each of us will choose a faction at the start of the game. This is the faction that I'm playing. There's quite a lot of them included in the game, and you get 3 of them, and then you choose which one you want to play. And you can see here in the top left, it tells me which of the 2 tracks that I start on. So I'm playing purple, so I already start 1 space up on the commerce track and 1 space up on the civilization track. Is that right, Rob? You're 2 spaces up on the commerce track?
Because I start 1 there.
Oh.
1, because my special ability at the start of the game.
Rob has a special ability.
Allows me to take one of these 4 for free, and I chose the yellow one, which means I've moved up 1 more on the commerce track.
So this is a big part of the game. Modules. There are these 4 modules which represent ancient technology that we can explore and find. And whenever you build a module, you slot it into the left-hand side of your player board, and you immediately move 1 space up on the corresponding track. Now, Rob has, as he's mentioned, a special ability. So at the start of the game, you drew 1 of each, didn't you?
1 of each and chose 1.
And then you chose 1 and then got rid of the others. So basically, you start with a module at the start of the game, which is why he's moved up another space on that track. Now, moving up the tracks is going to get you all sorts of bonuses, which we'll explain as we go along, but it's also victory points. If you just have a quick look, you will see that there are numbers next to each space. Those are victory points at the end of the game. I can't remember what the winning score was on Tuesday, but I won last night with 178. So I don't know. If you've played the game, is that a good winning score? Who knows? But that's just to give you a rough idea of the points. Now, let's have a look at my player board. So this is my player board. All the player boards are the same, but you will put your own faction on it, which has got your own special ability. And you have various resources in the game. You have energy, you have ice, you have nanocarbon, you have titanium, you have credits, and you have tactics cards. So all of those together count as resources. And if you flip your card over, it tells you exactly what you start with. So each of the factions will start with a different set of things. Now, a quick note on the resources. Credits, as you will see here, can be used as if they were titanium, nanocarbon, or ice. They cannot be used as if they are energy. But the important thing to remember is that all of these, and also tactics cards, these are also resources as well. So any time in the game where you get to spend a resource, and it doesn't say which particular type of resource, it can be any of those things. You also have a space here for 4 moons. You've got 4 types of ships in the game. You have transports, you have fighters, science vessels, and heavy cruisers. You only start the game with 3 transports, but the cost to build more ships is printed at the top, and we'll see them as they come in, and they all have different special abilities. And over on the left-hand side, you've already got 4 modules at the start of the game. So the green modules are, I think, the science research ones, brown ones are the industry, yellow ones are commerce, and the blue ones are civilization. Again, we will Have a look at those in more detail, but there's an engine building part of this game which involves putting more modules to the side. And in the game that we played on Tuesday night, Rob ended up building, I think it was 9 industry modules.
It hit the end of the table and had to go downwards.
Yeah, so just so you know, we might reach a point where we go off camera with these things. Yeah, there's no way of doing it unless I massively zoom out. But yeah, it may happen, it may not. We will see. We also have 5 ship upgrade tiles. We have 1 for each type of ship, which was chosen at random. I think the game comes with 5 of each, and you shuffle them, and everybody gets 1 of these, because during the game, although all of our ships start off the same, we can upgrade them to better versions. And in addition to the 4 ships, 1 of each player gets an orange backed one, which is unique to them. So my unique one is a heavy cruiser. So whenever I upgrade my heavy cruiser, I can either have this one that I got given at random, which is a battleship, or I can have my merchant scarn. Pete, your bonus one is a science vessel, and Rob, your bonus one is also a science vessel. And again, you'll see that over the course of the game as well. I think that's probably enough to go on with. I'm not going to go into the full details of exactly how everything else was set up. But what we're going to do now is we're going to dive in and we're going to get Rob to take his first turn. So on your turn, you only have 2 choices. You either launch one of your available ships from your launch bay to a region on the board. You cannot already be in that region. Or you bring your ships back. Now, the important thing is you do not have to have waited until you've placed all of your ships before you bring them back. Tactically, if the situation was in a certain place, you might want to place one on one turn and then bring it back on the next turn. You don't have to place, and then bring them back. Now, your first placement in the game, and in fact, this rule applies whenever you have no ships on the board, you have to go into a region which is unoccupied. So there cannot be any other ships in the region that you go in. It's called your first launch if you don't have any ships on the board. So, Rob, it's a transport because that's all you've got. Where are you going to go?
Launching, and I'm launching to here.
Okay, let's just have a look at that.
Yep.
So this is a planet. This is a blue planet. And this is a planet where if you had 4 ice and you choose the development action, you can build a city. But we're not going to do that. We'll see that later on. The thing that you do when you go to a planet is you activate the planet and you take one of the moons. So as I mentioned, there are 3 moons on each planet, and Rob takes the top one.
Yep. And
now, interestingly enough, you might be thinking, I'm now going to get the resources that's printed on that moon. And you would be wrong. So all you do is you take the moon and you put it on your player board in the moons section. Now, in addition to your main action for the turn, there are a whole load of different free actions that you can do. And the game comes with some very, very nice player aids, which are 2-sided, which has got a list of everything that I'm going through on. So don't worry if you think it's a bit complex, the player aids will see you through. And one of the free actions that you can do on your turn is that if you have a moon, you may discard it by removing it from the game, excuse you, to gain the resources on it. So Rob has taken a moon which has 2 ice on it. If he wanted to, he could discard that and gain the 2 ice. But he's probably not going to do that because with the moons, you can slot them into various parts of your player board. Are you slotting the moon now?
No.
No, he's not. So we'll see slotting moons later on. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
That's it for my turn.
So turns can be fairly quick. If you land on a planet, you just take the moon and that's it. Right, so it's my go. I'm doing the same thing, except maybe I'll go somewhere different. Maybe I will. Now, you'll notice these raiders here. So the raiders, these particular raiders, these have a range of 1. What that means is if I go into a region which is within range 1 of them, they're going to move out and attack me. Now, that attack happens pretty much as the 4th step of my turn. So I still get to go to the planet or the base. I still get to do the thing, but then I'm probably going to get attacked because these swarm and they're both going to attack, and that's 4 dice, isn't it?
Yep.
Against my poor transport there.
4 dice, re-rolling 1s in this case.
I'm tempted not to do that. I'm tempted to just leave that alone. And instead, I think I'm going to go here, and I'm going to take this moon here, and I'm going to place that in here, and I think that might be it for me. Yeah, nice quick turn for me. Pete.
And
So it has to be an unoccupied region.
so I can't start a fight yet.
No. Not if you don't have a ship on the board, unless it's your fighter. Your fighter's special ability is that it can start a fight as your first launch.
Okay, well, I'm not going to do that anyway, so let's go here.
Okay, so you've gone to another planet and you simply take the moon.
Okay.
So we've all had a nice, easy first turn. We've all gone to a planet and we've taken a moon, and that's it. Now we go on to the second turn of the game. Robbie's now got a choice. He could return to station and bring that one back, or he could launch again. I think he's going to launch again.
Before I launch, I'm actually going to burn this and take 2.
Oh, you are going to do it?
Yep.
So do you want to just pop it here in the discarded moons section?
There are reasons to keep these because some ships, like my Proto Seeker, can actually take them back.
So Rob gets 2 ice.
2 ice.
Now there is a limit on resources. It's 10 energy, 5 ice, 5 nanocarbon, 5 titanium, 5 credits, and 5 tactics cards. But that limit is only ever checked at the end of your turn. Also, 4 moons as well. And at this point, I will mention this. The designer and publisher have contacted me and said that the rules are going to be changed for moons. So what's printed in the rule book is that you're never allowed to exceed 4 moons. But they have told me that we're going to be using the rule where the moon limit of 4 works in the same way as any of the other resources. So you can have more than 4, but then at the end of your turn, you discard down to 4. So Rob has discarded the moon. He's got 2 ice. So for his second placement, remember the first one could have gone anywhere as long as it was unoccupied. It has to be within the range of an existing ship. Rob only has 1 ship on the board, and the range of a transport is 1. So this placement has to be either there, and he can't go here or here because he doesn't have the voyage ability.
I am now going into the Maximus field.
It's going into the Maximus field. Right, let's just have a look at that.
Several things are going to happen now.
All sorts of things are going to happen. The first thing is, Rob has gone on the space that has this event icon. So what's going to happen is we are going to move that event trigger round to the next space. It started here because it's a 3-player game, and when it goes to here, we're going to get a new region appear, and we're going to resolve an event card. We'll see that happen when we get to it, but that's one of the first things that happens. Now, Rob has a leader here, and he can recruit that leader as a free action. So he can do that now.
He comes home to my leader pool, and
So
I have 2.
That goes on to his base. You will need leaders to build developments. And what we now do is Rob gets to do this action, and it has to be said that he's not allowed to go here unless he is able and does this action.
Yep.
So this action is he can buy 2 developments, either industry developments or science developments. I'm going to look up to see if they're called science or research. So that is from here or here.
Yep.
And let's just zoom in on that part of it. So there's 3 available. The bottom one is cheaper. So this is 1 titanium and 1 of any resource, 2 titanium and a resource. And then after you've done all the purchasing, they will then slide down and we will replenish. So Rob can buy 2 of the brown ones, or he can buy 2 of the green ones, or he can buy 1 of each.
Okay. And I will be buying 1 of each. So I'm taking the bottom 2. So first things first.
Cheap.
Yep, I'm going to spend an iron and any one resource, which is going to be one of my ice.
Titanium. So titanium and
not iron,
anything
yep,
else.
Yep. I'm clearly behind the times.
Just take that into hand for now.
Yep.
And you're also going to buy
Right,
this.
so I'm going to spend any one resource, which is going to be the ice.
Yep.
And for the carbon, I'm going to use the credit.
The
because
credit
credits
as
are
if it was
wild.
nanocarbon. Right.
Yep.
Okay, there you
So
go.
I take both of these. Now, this one just goes straight on, forming part of my brown chain, and I now have the space to slot a moon in, should I wish. This one, because it's got a red marker here, it arrives damaged, which means it goes here, but it has a damage marker, and it is therefore not usable until I have repaired that damage.
Do you want to just give me that module and I'll show you that?
Yep.
So Pete's dropped something on the floor.
I think I dropped it, yeah.
It'll be fine. It's
Okay,
okay.
so
Get it later.
this is the module which Rob has just bought. And as you can see down in the bottom right, that means that this module is damaged. Now, a damaged module means 2 things. First of all, you cannot activate it when we get to the point in the game where we activate modules. Also, every damaged module that you have is worth -2 points at the end of the game. So you do want to try and repair it if you can. It means this module is a good one, but it does come into play damaged.
Now, I have taken 2 modules.
Take the green one.
and a brown, so
Yeah.
these both go up 1 point.
Yeah, so every time you take a module, you move up the corresponding colour of track.
It's got a
And
damage
then
marker
after you've
shown
done
in
that
brown.
action, these all slide down. So John is just asking for a clarification. It's a very good question. Rob could, if he wanted to, only have bought one module. If he does buy one module, he must then discard another module, which doesn't have to be from the other column. It could be any of them. So this action is buy two. You're not allowed to go there if you don't buy any, but you can go there and just buy one. But if you do, you then have to discard another one. I believe that is the rule. So what happened is you went there, you picked up the leader, you've done lots of other free actions, you've done the actual action, but now we do step 3. Step 3 is Raider Strike. So what we do is, are there any raiders within range? Yes,
Good lords.
there are. So what you do is you actually pick one type of raider, and then that raider moves in. Now, the special rule on the S-class raiders is that they have the swarm ability, which means they all move in. So even if there was one here and here, by going there, it means both of them move in. So that's step 3 of the turn, which is Raider Strike. Now, if you move into an area with raiders, then there isn't a Raider Strike. So, for example, let's just say, I'm just going to get one miniature from over here. Let's say this was here, and Rob actually placed there where the raiders already were. There would not be a Raider Strike because there's already raiders in that region. So the Raider Strike only happens if the region that you're in doesn't have any raiders, or the region that you're in has S-class raiders and there is another one nearby, in which case they would go in because they've got swarm. Hopefully that's clear. But that is step 3 of the turn. Step 4 is the battle. So we are having our first battle of the game. So the battle sequence is explained on the player aids, and it starts off with what we class as the escalation step. In the escalation step, all players, starting with Rob and going clockwise, may choose to move any ships within range into the region.
And I
So
will.
he is.
My transport is coming in to back up the other transport.
Yeah, so Rob has that transport that was in there. It has a range of 1, so it can come in. I now have the option, if I had any ships within range, I could move in. I don't. And Pete, you also don't because you're over here.
Yep.
That's the escalation step. The next step is diplomacy. All players who are involved in this battle, starting with Rob and going clockwise, may play 1 diplomacy card. So what's a diplomacy card? Well, everybody starts the game, I think, with 3 of these tactics cards, and there are 5 different types of tactics cards, and one type is called a diplomacy card, and the diplomacy cards are only ever played at this particular moment in the game. So Rob, do you want to play a diplomacy card? He's not going to play a diplomacy card. Right. Next, we do battle preparations. So in battle preparations, each player that's involved in it, Pete, if you want to roll for the Raiders, takes a number of dice based on the ship. So if we just have a look at my player board, you will see here that my transports, that's the range. So they have a range of 1, and each transport has 1 dice. So because Rob has 2 transports, that means he's got 2 dice in the battle. The Raiders, if we just have a look at the Raiders, there we go, you will see that they have 2 dice each. So there are 2 Raiders in there, which means Pete is rolling 4 dice. Now, in addition to the number of the dice, there is also something called a targeting value. Your targeting value is essentially equal to the number of ships that you have in battle. There are ways to increase it as well. Because Rob has 2 ships, his targeting value is 2. Because Peter has 2 ships, his targeting value is 2. And the targeting value is essentially the minimum number that you can roll on the dice. So if either of you roll 1s, you get to re-roll it. Now, there is a way that you can increase the number of dice that you have by spending energy. So players are allowed, if they want to spend energy to increase the number of dice that they've got. 1 dice for each energy spent to a maximum of 6 dice. The Raiders don't have that option. So, Rob, did you want to spend any energy?
No.
You didn't? Right, okay. So, it's basically 2 dice re-rolling 1s, and Pete, your 4 dice re-rolling 1s.
So that's 2 1s. I will re-roll them. Get back in there.
You can roll them.
3 and a 6.
Okay.
A 6, a 5, a 4, and a 3.
Right. So what you do is you compare the single highest dice from both players.
So 6 and a 6.
They both have a 6. So what happens is the fight continues. We now compare the next highest dice.
Well, what do you know? Actually, it was a perfect shot. So I play a...
So let's just have a look at this.
Called?
This is
a battle card.
This is a red card. This is a tactics card. It's a red card. And it literally says, play after you roll the dice in battle. So this is a battle card. And it means that he's got the perfect shot. So Rob has actually got a second die, which was a 6, which beats your 5.
Yep.
Okay. So what happens is Rob has won the fight. Whenever you win a fight, you move up the supremacy track. So for those of you thinking, well, you've explained how you move up all of the other tracks. How do you move up the supremacy track? It's every time you win a fight. So Rob has moved up to there. And then what happens is, normally, all of the enemy ships would be defeated. But the S-class raiders are special. Only one of them is defeated. And we're just going to move that over to here. But if we have a look at the card itself, you will see that down at the bottom there is a reward. So Rob is going to get that reward for winning the combat against the strikers, which is
Yum, yum, yum.
tactics card.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we did that right. I will check the chat, make sure we are playing correctly. Nobody has said we've got anything wrong so far, so we're doing okay. Apologies if we do make something mistake. It always happens with these live playthroughs, especially as I start getting tired and excited or angry because Rob's beating me by 100 points.
Only 100.
Only 100.
Yeah.
So that raider is still there. Now what that means is on Rob's next turn, he's going to go somewhere. He can't go here. There won't be a battle. The battle only happens, I believe, in the active region.
That's right.
So even if those ships are still there at the end of Rob's next turn, he's not going to trigger a
However,
battle.
as things currently stand, the only place I could place a transport is adjacent to that region.
Oh, which means there'd be a raider striking it to move in.
Likely, there's still going to be some sort of punch-up happening on this side.
But then you could escalate by bringing your ships back.
And now I outnumber him 3-1. So yeah,
More
all good. It's all in good fun, lads.
Yeah.
Right, now that is the end of my turn. So at the end of my turn, the Dracarian Flamekeepers...
Oh, you've got a special ability.
Yep, hot chocolate drinking chibi dragons. If I build a development on the map or a module, which I did, I gain a...
Get a credit. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Right. So,
Boom.
my go. I don't have any special abilities. I have my own special abilities. Do I want to do them? That's the question. Right. Well, I kind of do want modules, but I'm here. So, if I go here or here, that's going to trigger some kind of nasty fight. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to here. So this is a base location. So I'm going to take my leader, which goes on here. Now, I have a special ability. I am the Tolzid Porters, and I have an ability of pick up and deliver. So whenever I launch to a base, I may spend 1 credit or any 2 resources. So I'll spend a credit to move up 1 space on the commerce track. There we go. I've done a little bit of trading. And then I get to do the ability. So the ability of the trade hub is to spend any 2 resources to get 2 credits, which might sound like you're just swapping like for like, but credits can actually be used as wildcards, and cards are also... These are also resources. So I'm actually going to discard that. I'll just put it on a discard pile there. I'm going to discard that as 1. And... oh, that's quite good. Oh, that is very good. I've got to keep that one. I'm also going to spend an energy. So energy is also a resource. So I've spent 2 resources to gain 2 credits. And that, I believe, is my turn. There's no raider strike, so there's no battle. Pete, you'll go.
Well, you'll never guess where I was going to go. Thank you, Mr. Grogan.
Here?
Yes.
Well, you can.
Now.
I can,
It's
but
only the first placement.
if that means I have to have a fight.
If you go there, there will be a fight.
Yeah.
Now, it'll be transport versus transport,
Yeah.
but I could bring this one in and you could bring that one in. So it could be double transport versus double transport. It could.
There is potential for entertainment value, but I'm going to go here instead.
Okay.
And just curse you from a distance.
Okay.
So
you can pick up your leader.
Pick up my leader, who comes in here, joins his friend. I will then discard a.
So it's 2 resources to draw 3 cards.
Yeah, so I'll discard.
So that's 1 resource.
And I'll spend an energy. So that's 2 resources, so I draw 3 cards.
Except, don't you have a special ability?
Yes, I have a special ability that I draw an additional 2.
So you actually get 5 cards.
However, I've got 2 left, so that's going to put me on 7.
So at the end of your turn, you have to discard down to 5.
Or I have to play another one.
Or you have to play
Another 2.
Another 2.
Another 2. Oh, you're cool, yes.
Yes, cards are resources. So they can be spent as if they were a resource.
Right, apologies because I've got to read these.
Yeah, Pete's now got 7 cards.
Now, if I've got a card that allows me to play it after I've just done something, the fact that I've drawn cards, does that kind of interrupt that flow?
No, I think that's okay.
You think
Depends what it is.
It's
somebody in the chat will tell us if we've got it wrong.
Outstanding play. Play after you've used the attack, voyage, or jump ability.
You haven't used either of those.
I haven't used any of those. So,
no,
right,
so that's the attack ability, that's the voyage ability, and that's the jump ability.
I haven't done that. I've just done
yeah, that's you haven't used its ability.
Okay. In that case, well, I want to. Play on a turn when you're not in battle.
That's now.
Pay the cost to build a ship and gain 2 victory points. Well, that
you could do that because you could build another transport for 2 resources, which could be cards.
Yes. So let's do that.
So you're playing this. So this is an event card. So event cards have the event icon on, which means every time one of these is played, we're going to advance the event track. And then basically you do what it says, and then it goes to the discard pile. So we advance the event track on, and you get to build a ship and gain 2 victory points.
So building the ship, I'm going to build another transport.
So that costs any 2 resources.
And or actually, I could build a I build transport, which is any 2 resources. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of which is going to be a card. Oh, these are all good. These are all good.
And there's a huge amount of cards in the game.
Well, I'm going to use an energy instead.
Because you can't decide.
And then I'm going to play. And bring another.
Let's spend 2 resources.
Yeah, 2 resources. So 1 energy and.
These are the holograph. I'll discard that.
Right, got the discards over here.
Okay.
Right. So you built another transport. So
yeah.
Each player actually has 6 transports, 3 of which start off in the game. You only actually have 1 of each of the ship.
I now only have 5 cards, so
you've only got 5 cards, and that's the end of your turn.
Good to go.
Right.
Okay.
Rob, are you launching or are you returning?
First thing I'm doing actually is playing this. Play on my turn when I'm not in battle.
Yep.
Activate one of my undamaged industry modules. So it's either gain a carbon or build a ship or repair. I choose to repair, and I'm going to fix my gravity dynamo.
So there are repair icons. Everybody starts with a repair icon. And with the repair icon, you can either repair a damaged ship or you can remove a damage counter from a module, which is what Rob's done. And that's another event. So
that ticks it down.
That ticks on.
Pass that over there.
And that's that gone.
Right. I will now launch a ship. Oop, get back here.
So yeah, playing cards is a free action, and generally you follow the rules on them as to when you can play them.
Yep. Going to
did he take his 2 BP? He didn't, but don't tell him. Shh.
This is why I lost last time.
Yeah, Pete ended the last game with 1 point because he forgot to score a victory point.
I'm going to walk to here.
Yep.
So, first things first.
You take the moon.
Yep, I will take this moon as well, which is now going to live there. But I now have a slot available. Well, technically I had a slot here as well, but I've now got an active slot available.
And then Raider Strike.
Yep.
They go in there, and now we have a battle.
Yep.
So, escalation. Do you want to move either or both of those transports in?
I will move them in.
Okay. I can now move anything in, but I don't have anything range. Pete, you don't have anything range. So it's just Rob. So you've got 3 dice.
Yep.
With a targeting value of 3.
So re-rolling ones.
So you're re-rolling 1s and 2s. Pete, you're on 2 dice with a targeting value of 1. So Rob, do you want to spend any energy to get any extra dice?
Okay, yeah. Let's find out what happens. So that's 2 2s and a 1.
So you re-roll all of them.
Re-roll all my dice. Wow, 2 3s and a 2.
So you re-roll the 2.
And a
It's a
4.
four.
Determined to lose this battle, aren't you?
Yeah.
This might be bad.
Well, I'm going to do my best.
You just need a 5.
A
He's got a 6.
Okay.
So what happens is the Raiders win. The defender, or the loser of the combat, all of their ships are damaged. Now the transports don't have any shields. Some ships have shields. And what they do is they go to the scrapyard. Now don't worry, this might not see. It's not as devastating as it might seem, because the next time that Rob returns his ships, he's going to get these back anyway. The reason for repairing them is that when you get them back, you get to use them. So Rob's not going to get to use them, but when he returns, he is going to get the ships back.
Can I just say very, very sincerely how much I apologise for having rolled a 6 there?
I now play refurbishment.
Oh, right,
For
which is another
one
event
BP
card.
for every damaged ship,
Oh, very good.
Seriously?
and bring one of them back to the repair barge.
Play on your turn when you are not in battle.
Yep, battle's over.
The battle is over and it is still your turn. So you gain 1 point for each of your ships in the scrapyard,
Boom, boom, boom.
and then you repair one of them.
So I've just given you 3 points.
Thank you very much.
Okay, nice. Oh, and I'll...
That goes back to there, and then I'm going to slot this into
Right.
here.
I'm going to explain that. Do you want to just pass me your industry module and the moon, and I'll show you on my board what's happening.
Okay.
So the industry modules are special. These are the brown ones. You'll notice if you look carefully, getting a bit of shine, on the right hand and left hand side of each one, there is what's a half slot for a moon. So once you have placed one, you have a slot for a moon. And once you've got a slot for a moon, then on your turn as a free action, you can actually slot that moon onto it like that. Now what that means is, when we get to the part of the game where you activate the modules, if you activate both of the modules, one on either side, you also get the ability of the moon as well. So slotting moons onto the spaces between the industry modules can be very useful. The other types of modules don't have that. It's only the brown ones. There you go. You can have that back. I'll have that back. So what you want to be doing in the game is you want to be taking the moons, putting them on your player board, and ideally slotting them onto various parts of your board so that you can then continually get the benefit of them repeatedly over the course of the game. Right. Are you done?
I'm done.
Done with that. We did the battle. There's still one raider left. It's my go. So I think I might return to station. So,
Oh,
no.
tactical bonus, I lost a fight.
Oh, you lost a fight. Yes. So each player has a tactical operations printed on their player board. And whenever they lose a battle, they get to activate that, which for you is a tactics card.
Yum, yum, yum.
But if you notice, there is a slot there for a moon. So if, for example, I slotted that in there, then every time I lose a fight, I can either take a tactics card or I can take a nanocarbon or a titanium. So by slotting a moon into here gives you more options. That's a slash. So you don't get everything, you get that or you get that. Thank you, chat, for mentioning that. So yes, I'm going to return to station. So even though I've still got one transport left, I am going to bring my transports home. So this, you do this one at a time, and you bring back all of your ships from Andromeda and all of your ships that are in the repair barge. Not the ones that are in the scrapyard yet. That only happens at the end of this particular step. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring back this one. Now, when you bring them back, what you do is you put it onto a module. Sorry, press the wrong button. Here we go. You put it onto one of the modules. Now, at the moment, I only have my 4 starting modules. I don't have any other ones. But if I had other ones, I could put it on them as well. I'm actually going to put it on this one, which is the architect. And what that means is that I can either take a tactics card or I can build a development. Now, developments are really important in the game. And the reason why I'm returning early is because I want to build myself an early development. There is other ways in the game to do it as well. There is a space on the board, the development office, where you can build a development, but it's also here. Now you can also activate your modules with energy, and I have 2 energy spare. But the rules of the game are that you can only activate a module with energy if there is at least one ship that has been placed in that row. So for example, if I had this here, I could now activate that with energy because I've put a ship in the row. But it means I cannot activate this with energy because I don't have a ship in that row. Hopefully that makes sense. And now I'm going to build a development. So the developments are actually a big part of the game, which is why the deluxe version has these very, very nice miniatures for it. And if we zoom in on the board, these are all of the requirements for building a development. First of all, you need to have a transport on a planet which doesn't already have a development on it. If there's already a development there, then there cannot be another development on there. You must also then spend the resources shown on the left-hand side of the board. Now, I don't have any nanocarbon, but I do have 2 credits, and credits can be used as if they were nanocarbon. So I'm going to spend my 2 credits, and then you need to have that number of leaders available. Thankfully, I do have that number of leaders available. So what you do is you take the development and you put it on the board. Now, the development is a fixed one based on the colour of the planet. This is a green planet, so it's an observatory. If we didn't have the deluxe version, this would be a cardboard standee that would actually slot into the transport, and the leader would be removed from the game. But with the deluxe version, we take this very nice building, we pop it on here, and then the leader actually slots in like that. Now, there's all sorts of benefits for building a development. But the first thing is, I take an observatory card. Now, there are 3 of these included in the game for each type of development because they're all the same. And what this one does, let me just zoom in so I can show you in detail. The first thing is I move up the science track. So because I have built a green development, Peter's moving up the science track, then what happens is I gain 1 point for each leader which is surrounding the region where I have just built the observatory, including the observatory itself. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow.
That's the advantage of building an early development, I think. So it's 10 points. Now that observatory is one of my developments. So any combat that I have that takes place in this part, so the adjacent regions or the region itself, is 1 extra dice in combat. And then finally, this card has a special ability printed on it once per game. And once I've used that ability, I flip the card over. Now, in this particular case, I can't see any reason why I wouldn't use this straight away, because what it does is it allows me to take one of these tokens. So at the start of the game, we had 15 randomized science tokens. 5 of them go on there. Taken the first player to get to here will take one, the next player will take another one. But what I do is I look through these 5 and I choose one. That's quite nice. That's also quite nice. I'm going to take that one. So what I do is I put the others back. Now, using this token is a free action. So I can, at any time on my turn, I can discard this token to get the effect that's printed on. Now, what happens is the observatory now flips over. And if you look on here, this card is going to be worth either 5, 7, or 10 points at the end of the game, depending on whether I am at level 1, level 2, or level 3 on this track. So there's level 1 there, level 2 there, and level 3 there. So if I can get my marker all the way to the top, then this observatory will be worth 10 points at the end of the game. Big turn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's only turn 3, isn't it? I built a nice little observatory there. I think that's it. I returned to the station and I did one thing. Oh no, at the end of that, all of your ships come back. Notice I now only have 2 transports because I have lost one of my transports. And if I had any ships here, I would now get them back as well. But that's it. Pete, your go.
Okay, well, I wasn't expecting this, but now that space is open.
It is open. So you go to the trade hub.
There. I get
You get your leader. And you can spend any 2 resources.
There's one.
For 2 credits.
And I think I'll spend a card.
Oh yeah, cards. I'm gonna struggle with only 2 transports.
I'm gonna spend that one. It's a good card, but I'm gonna spend it anyway.
Yeah.
And get 2 credits.
no raider strike, no battle. That's an easy.
End of turn.
Okay.
Did Paul move up the science track? Pete moved me up the science track while it was off camera. So yes, I did. Thank you.
Right. I will take a return action.
So yes, so Rob has to take a return to station action because he doesn't have any ships in his launch bay.
So the first one coming back is the one that's available to me.
That's the only one you can take back at the moment.
Yep. He is going to drop down here, and I'm going to repair
The other one.
the other one.
Okay.
I'm then going to spend the energy here.
Yeah, so because Rob has already placed a ship on his industry row, he can now activate the other module with energy instead of a ship.
Which that gives me the nanocarbon, and now because I've activated the ones either side of this,
You get the moon as well.
yep, which gets me a victory point and an ice.
I'm going
One
to give
VP
yellow
for me,
one
please.
point.
Can I ask a question about
Okay.
iconography?
Yep.
This card here,
Yes. So
does that mean I have to lose the moon that I've placed on
you
there?
slot it in there.
And then that becomes the cost to gain that. So you want a weak moon in there because it's
So let's just say that I've taken this module, I've played it on my board,
Yep.
I've got a moon here,
Yep.
so as a free action I can put that moon there,
Correct.
and then put in the process of doing that gives me...
No. Activating the module now allows you to spend. I'll show it on the big camera
Okay,
because this is an interesting one. This is a module card with a slot on the left hand side. So first of all, if you activate this module like it is, it does nothing. It's inactive at the moment. But if you slot a moon onto it, then what you're doing is you are saying that this is the cost to then be able to do this. So from now on, when you activate it, you spend either 1 energy or 1 titanium to take any one module for free. You don't have to pay the cost because there isn't a line above it. So if there's a line above it, it means you have to pay the cost. If there isn't a line above it, it means it's free. Also, while we're here, this is one of 16 relics. If you see this icon on a card, and I think these are from the expansion, then it means that this module is an ancient relic. And at the end of the game, we are going to score 2, 5, 9, 14 or 20 points, depending on whether we have 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 relics. So these relics are quite hard to find, and it means they are more valuable modules.
Or flip your...
Oh, I need to flip my observatory. Thank you. So that's what it does. There's your moon. And
Yeah,
that
so
does
okay.
it's the one example where
It's very good.
where if you want to put the weakest moon on there because it makes it the cheapest.
Yes,
with everything
absolutely.
Okay, so in that case, I think I will go here, and I think I will buy that.
Didn't you just do your...
I think you just went here,
Oh,
didn't you?
yeah.
You've
Sorry,
had-
is it not my turn?
You've had your go.
I'm in the middle of doing my end game. So.
Getting ahead of myself. Sorry, go
Yeah,
on.
that's right. So I finished that bit. I've now got another ship I can
So
bring
you now
back,
can bring that shit back.
who is going to come here, getting
Get you the
me
credit.
1 credit. I'm then going to spend an energy to activate this one. This lets me spend.
So this is interesting.
This lets me spend 2
2
credit
credits.
to upgrade one of my ship cards.
So I mentioned at the start of the game, we've each got 5 ship upgrades, and Robbie's going to get to place one of those. Now, whenever you place one, you immediately get to build a ship of that type for free.
So I'm building my heavy cruiser, which in my case is a torpedo hauler. It's only average on the fight itself, but it'll help other ships without having to move into battle.
Right, okay. Slide it up a little bit so it covers that.
Yep,
There you go.
boom, and then he becomes onto
Right.
there. So he's not available for me to drop onto one of these.
No.
Yep.
No. And then you're done. You can't activate any of your modules.
Yep, because he's not available for me to take, but he now still auto repairs,
Yeah. So
These
the energy goes and you get all the ships back.
and these come onto there. So I
Yeah.
have 3
Just a quick note,
transports.
while we're talking about returning to station, and since Rob does have 2 green modules, the green modules work in a different way. You just put a ship on the first one and you automatically get to activate all of the green modules. Now, Rob didn't have any ships free, otherwise he probably would have done, because that
Yep.
would have been
I was one ship short.
4 energy. Right, my go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got a transport. So I'm back to the first launch rules. So I cannot go into an occupied region of the board. Now, I'm a little bit short on resources and I don't have any modules, but I did build an observatory and I'm very happy about that. So, where do I want to go now? I think I don't want to do that. I could do that, but I don't have that. And the thing is, I need to think about where my next one will go, after I've placed this one.
Yep.
That's the tricky thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to go to the shipyard, which is a safe place to go. I'm going to recruit my leader from the shipyard, and I'm going to choose the action of building a ship. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a fighter. So my fighter costs 1 titanium and 1 energy. So I have 1 titanium, I have 1 energy, and I have built my fighter. Now my fighter, as well as having a range of 2 and 2 dice in combat, it has the attack ability. So if you remember back to what I've literally just said, which is if you don't have a ship on the board, you can only go into an unoccupied region. Well, that is not true if you use a ship that has the attack ability. If you do, then you can attack somebody as your first move. That's it. I went there, I recruited a leader. I've still got cards. Do I want to play these cards? I mean, this is really good. Now, go on. You have a go. I'll have a think. I know which one I want. That one.
Right.
Okay.
Thankfully, you didn't go there.
Didn't.
That's where I wanted to go.
Okay, so that triggers an
Yeah,
event.
Yeah.
So what happens is there's something we do immediately, which is we take the next region and we put it in reading order on the next available space. So it's a yellow planet. We haven't had one of those yet.
Mm.
So we take the first.
Gives you a credit when you land on it.
No, it will do once all the moons have gone.
When all the moons are gone.
Instead, you get a moon credit. And then we take the event marker and we put it on Pete's board. And at the end of Pete's turn, we're going to resolve an event card.
That's a handy reminder.
That's a handy reminder.
Don't forget to do it.
Yeah, or we can stick it to your forehead, but you definitely forget.
Well, then he wouldn't see it.
That's very true. Stick it to my forehead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've been there, we've done the event, you've recruited your leader, you now get to buy 2 of those modules.
So I'll spend a credit.
You can slot moons on any player's turn, yes. So the slotting of a moon can actually happen pretty much at any time in the game, even when it's not your turn.
And then...
So you bought a yellow module, you spent the credit,
yeah.
you move up the yellow track,
Oh, yellow track. That's
Yep.
this one.
the commerce track, and then your second module,
Second module.
or you discard a module.
I'm going to play this one.
Yep, so that's 1 ice and 1 of something else.
And that's good. That's good. That's good. That's very good. I'm gonna have to get rid of something that's good. I
Okay,
didn't want to, but
so you take that module, which is a
Yeah.
civilization module, so that moves you up the civilization track.
that's the end of my go.
So these slide down. Is the module damaged?
Oh yes, it is.
That is a good point. That module is damaged. Well spotted.
Which means that I can use this card, activate an opponent's industry module, even if it is damaged.
So you're going to activate
Somebody's industry
that to repair that.
to repair
okay.
that. Yeah.
I will repair your thing for you.
Thank
Pete.
you. That's very kind of you. Very generous. Now it's the end of my go.
So
Rob.
now the adventurers.
Oh yeah, the event.
Oh yes.
Right.
Even
so,
with the massive
even
orange
with the big
dot
orange thing,
on
we
his
forgot.
way board.
so let's show you this event card because a few things happen with this event card. First of all, we have an energy surge, and at the top of each event card, there is scoring for one of the tracks. So this is going to score 1 point. Points based on how far you are up the science track, -1 for every damaged module that you have. Now, we are all on exactly the same position on the science track, so we all get 6 points. No negatives, no negative, no negatives. So we all get 6 points. Then, this here tells us which raiders appear. So we're going to flip over, don't do it just yet, we're going to flip over raider card D.
Sorry.
Okay, go on, flip it over.
Boom! It is the Ion Storm.
The Ion Storm. So we've got A, B, C, and D. The D ones are really, really tough. So if you want to just pass me that one, I will. And we called this Ian the other night. So this is Ian, the Ion Storm. So the Ion Storm has got a range of 1. It has 4 dice in combat and it has shields. So what that means is when you defeat it in combat, you just put a marker over this to indicate it's defeated. The Ion Storm, is, again, we're using the deluxe version, which has these very, very nice miniatures. This is the Iron Storm, and it begins on the newly revealed planet. So we put that on the planet that's just come up. It has a special ability. So the Ionic Disruption is whenever this strikes, or whenever it moves onto a particular region, everything in that region is damaged. So the way that you attack this and the way that you defeat this is you either attack it or you move near it with a shielded ship, or you actually move onto it. If you move onto it, this doesn't work. It's only if it moves onto you that this particular thing works. So once we've done that, we then do the special effect, and it says each player may activate their primary reactor. Now the primary reactor is the green one. So for me, that's 2 energy. Rob, you get 4 energy.
Oof.
Pete, you get 2 energy as well.
Happy with that.
That event card is gone, but
So
we
the
now
primary
have...
reactor.
Yeah, and when you activate the primary reactor,
Okay, so it does trigger
it
everything.
triggers... Well, I think that's right. The chat will tell us if that's wrong, but the rules are that when you activate the primary reactor, I believe it activates all of the other ones. Otherwise, it would just say everybody gets 2 energy,
Yeah, fair enough.
I think.
Very good point.
So we've done the event card. That resets to here.
Yep.
If we were a 4 or 5 player game, it would be there. If we were a 1 or 2 player game, it would be there. Correct? Yes, we got it right. Excellent. So that's how new sectors, new regions get added to board, and that's how new enemies come out. If we'd have drawn an event card that had S on it, we would have spawned 2 of these strikers. There we go. We have the Iron Storm. There are more of these available. I think there are 3 different Ds, and you can use whatever method you want to choose which one you're going to play with. And again, we're keeping them secret for this playthrough, so you don't know what we've got, but we know what we've got.
Off we go. So I'm going to be warping in the torpedo holder. Now, I don't have to do it. Special ability would let me drop it anywhere I've already had ships on the map.
Yes.
Because it's clear, I can just bring
You
it
can
wherever
go
I like.
any unoccupied
I'm
region.
dropping it down here.
Yeah.
Which means I snaggle
The moon.
this moon, which can live there.
And that's it.
Pretty much
That's,
it.
that's,
Yeah.
that's a nice quick turn.
Yep.
Right, me, I'm tempted to launch this fighter because this fighter has a range of 2. So that actually gives me quite a bit of flexibility over where to go. And, oh, I really don't have many resources, do I? It's interesting because you need the resources to build the developments, which are really good, but you also need the resources to build the modules. What's this? Oh, yeah. Oh, why didn't I do that? Oh, I should have done that. Oh, you can only use these on your turn. Yeah, I should have done that. That's really interesting. Do I want to use the fighter? I'm not sure I do want to use the fighter. I had a plan to use the fighter, but I'm now... Oh, no, because then... No, we're all good. This has got 2 dice.
What's your fighter's special ability?
It
Sorry,
doesn't
got
have
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
It's just a normal,
Sorry. Yeah.
normal one. It hasn't been upgraded yet. So if I were to move my fighter into here, that would strike. I could then escalate by moving that in. I'd get 3 dice.
An extra one.
Or 4 dice.
Yep.
4 dice with a targeting value of 2.
Oh, it's got to be done.
I think it does have to be done.
You can't build a fighter and then not use it.
Well, no, it's just, do I want to use it for something else later? No. No, we're gonna go here. No, it's fine. We're gonna go with the fighter. So we're gonna go in with the fighter. The fighter has a range of 2, but I'm gonna go there anyway. I'm gonna pick up this. And then we're gonna do Raider Strike. So Raider Strike comes in here. Then we're going to go through the battle sequence. So the first step of the battle sequence is escalate. So I can move other things in there if they are within range. It is. Pete, you've nothing within range. Rob, you do have something within range. So here's the interesting thing. Rob, if he wanted to, this ship has a range of 2. He could move it in there. And we would actually have one big fight with the 3 of us. Now, that fight can only have 1 winner, and all of the losers will get their ships destroyed, although you've got shields.
Yep.
Did you want to move in there?
Oh, go on then.
Go on.
Although the wood questions, my ability is during battle preparations, if this ship is within range of 2 of the active region, you may add its battle dice to your roll. Now, do I have to have a ship
Have a look.
in there? Because it's a artillery piece. It's firing from distance.
During battle preparations, if this ship is within range 2 of the active region, you may add its battle dice to your roll. So in other words, you could go in with another ship,
But you do need to be in
It
there.
needs
but you
first.
need to be in there to be involved
That's
in the
right.
battle.
Just wanted to double check that was the
I
case.
believe that's how that
Or I
works.
can warp it straight in. You'll be rolling 4 dice, I'll be rolling 3, he'll be rolling 2, but my ship is shielded, so win or lose. Yes,
You going in?
I'm going to warp in.
Okay, so because it's got a range of 2,
Yep.
it's going to go in there.
I can't reach it.
You can't reach it, otherwise you'd have a big party.
I would have felt
I come
obliged
shooting
to.
in, unleashing enough missiles that the sky is now 90% explosive.
Right, so now what we're doing is diplomacy. Do I want to play a diplomacy card? No.
Okay.
Do you want to play a diplomacy
I
card?
do. I'm playing clever positioning, diplomacy. If I lose the battle, I gain my tactical operations bonus twice.
Okay, so
So-
you're playing a diplomacy card in the diplomacy step, but it doesn't stop the battle from happening. Some of them
Purely.
do.
If I lose, I'm going to get 2 cards. If
Right.
I win, I'll get a card because I've blown up the
Okay.
enemy.
Battle preparations. So I'm getting 1 for the transport, 2 for the fighter, and 1 from my observatory.
Yep.
I have 2 ships, so my tactical value is 2. So I'm going to be re-rolling 1s.
Yep.
Pete, you're rolling for the raider. You've got 2 dice with a targeting value of 1. You've got 3 dice with a targeting value of 1.
So 3 dice.
Do I
manuals.
want to put in any energy? I have to decide first.
Got loads.
I do have loads, but the maximum is 10. So I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to put any energy in.
Okay, I will because I got a load of extra stuff earlier, so that makes it 4v4.
So you're 4 dice. Right, here we go.
Ooh, that's a 6, a 1, and 2 4s.
Okay, so I got a 6. Did you get 6, Pete?
I got 5.
Okay.
So the Raiders are
The
losing.
Raiders are gone. My second dice is a 4.
4,
My next one's a 3.
4,
Oh, you're kidding.
6, 4, 4, 1.
Right.
Boom.
Boom. Okay, so let's go through this. That's not good.
Yep. Yes. Anyone familiar with the phrase "Macross Missile Massacre"?
So you move up 1 up on the supremacy track for
Yep.
winning the fight.
Which,
Derek gets destroyed.
pause.
That
Moving that on the track triggers.
Triggers the event.
That.
That gets destroyed, and you get a tactics card.
Yum yum yum.
And then you destroy both of mine, which go to here, and I get compensation of. Now, what I could do is I could slot one of these moons before that.
Ooh. That'll be good.
And I am going to slot this one so that instead of taking a card, I'm going to take a nanocarbon. Well, that didn't go to plan, did it?
Speak for yourself. Although it went perfectly.
My observatory is there, taking some photos of it.
How's the battle going? Well, ships are definitely exploding. So
Yes, but not ours. Right, so I'm actually going to use this now. It's still my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to use this. This is to gain one of these modules for free. And I'm going to gain that one. And I'm going to slot it there. That gone. And I'm also going to do a timely salvage. Play on your turn when not in battle. Activate 1 module on the board, even if it's damaged. Then put it on the bottom of the appropriate deck. So I get 2 energy and another. It was another nanocarbon, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
There you go. Okay, I feel slightly better about myself now. That is my go done. I have no ships on the board. Oh dear.
Okay, well, I'm going to recall mine.
Not always a
Return
bad
station.
thing because it gives you free access again.
So one at a time.
That one back first. And he is going to go there, or she. Equal opportunities. Start
2 energy.
2 energies.
And that
then-
would activate any of the other ones if you had any.
Thanks for rubbing it in.
It's alright.
Then I'll bring this one back. And he will go here,
Mm-hmm.
getting
you a
me
credit.
credit.
And now you've put that there, you can spend an energy to activate this one.
I'll spend an energy to activate this one.
Yeah.
And I will spend an energy.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, I should have gone up the green track because I took a green module. Don't know if the chat spotted that. Nope.
I'll spend an energy to activate this, which means I can just take any
module for free.
Any module for free.
Very good, isn't it?
Well, there's a lot of good modules there. Spoilt for choice, but I think it's going to have to be this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go laughing all the way to the
You
back.
move up the commerce track.
And I'll use another energy to grab a credit. And
Still got 2 ships left.
yeah.
Is it going to be an obelisk?
And this one, I think, will go here.
Yeah, it's going to do it.
And we will obelisk.
Obelisk it time. So obelisk costs 1 of every resource.
So I have carbon, titanium, a credit, and I will buy somebody else's ice with a credit. So
Okay. So that goes on there. And we take the obelisk card. So you move up 1 on the supremacy track.
Supremacy track.
oh yes,
Red 1. You get 1 point for the leaders. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you get 9 points. And your once per game ability is that you can flip that over to get 4 energy.
let's do that. I think
Yeah, if you want to do it now, get 4 energy.
might as well. Otherwise, I'll forget, and then there we go. So that's that. Then I can.
Oh, and 2 for the nebula.
Oh.
2 for the nebula?
2 points.
Well, the quasar, I think that's end of game
That's
points.
end of game, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you build next to this quasar, every development next to this quasar is 2 points, but it's at the end of the game. This one is worth 3 points at the end of the game. I guess if you wanted to house rule it and do it at the moment you build it, you could, but I think the rules say that you do it at the end of the game.
And another energy here. Oh, and I should have gone up on the. Did I go up the yellow
Have you
track?
been taking your...
We did.
No, I don't think you did.
I moved him up on the yellow track when he took the bank
Okay.
because you've got 2 modules and you've gone up twice.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
Yeah. So then, if I place here, I can spend another energy to advance on the brown track.
Yep.
Which is what I will do.
quasars are not in the expansion; they're in the base game.
Okay.
And that's the end of my go. So these all just go back to here.
Cool. Right.
Scoring. Yeah, at the end of the game, each player gains points for each development they have adjacent to a quasar. Okay, it is end of game. Excellent.
Okay. I'm jumping into the Maximus field. So, no leader. We got 1 on that track.
Another event.
I will now spend any 1 resource and a credit to buy this one, which comes damaged.
Moves you up on the brown track.
Yellow, which is going to unlock 1 of my ships.
So you're going to get another ship upgrade.
Yep. And I'm going to bring on the Plushie Prize, which is my specialist science
Your
vessel.
special, unique ship.
So it's faster and it doesn't trigger raider strikes.
Nice. Because it's cute and fluffy.
Yep, we're all friendly. We're all friendly here. And I will then spend any 1 resource under carbon to take the energy 1 as well.
Yeah, so those shouldn't have slid down yet,
Oh,
Pete.
sorry.
It happens at the end of the action.
Okay.
That one means I'll gain a card and every player,
Everybody else
including
gains
me,
energy.
gets an energy.
You move up on the green,
Yep.
on the side track, which
that
is another
forward.
one. So
So
we're
there.
almost there with the next event trigger.
Okay. Then. Okay. I'm going to play Prescience. And I'm going to get to look at the top 2 cards of that deck. Put 1 on my top and 1 on the bottom.
Okay, which is what happens when you go to a nebula. Nobody's been to a nebula yet. So I think we're having another event fairly soon.
Okay. Okay. Ooh. Gonna- I think I'm going to pop
One on the top, one on the bottom.
this one on top.
Okay.
So that can move to there, that can move to there.
Right.
So
All done.
finishing up. Did my move. I can plug
Plug
that
your
one.
two things.
Yep.
You're going to
Plug
plug in another thing.
Plug another thing into there.
Okay. Right. My go. Well. Plan's not gone particularly well. I'm not going to be able to build anything. So let's go here because it's safe. So that goes here, which means we get a new region. It's another red planet, so we get 3 more red moons.
Mm-hmm.
Flip them over. New green modules weren't slid down. New one was placed on the bottom of the row. I think we made a mistake there.
Sorry. I remember doing that. You're right. Well
Okay,
spotted.
thank you, chap. And there's only 1 green leader in the obelisk. Yeah, which is correct. Obelisks only require one leader. So that's been activated, and I'll do the event at the end of my turn. Right, now I'm going to take my leader, and I'm going to do this twice. Now, I visited a base, so I could spend a credit or 2 resources to move up this track. I think I'm going to keep my energy for the moment. But my other special ability is trade route. So whenever I use either the Odessa field or the Maximus, I can buy any of these. And I'm going to buy so relic. Just noticed. What's the cost? Ice. I do have an ice. Okay, interesting. Let's spend 1 nanocarbon and 1 energy to buy this, which is going to go there, but actually I'm just going to put it here for now because I want to show you it. That moves me up on the green track. Now that's not me, is it? So I get one of these. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Well, I'm going to take that one. Put those back. Okay, and then I'm also going to buy yeah, go on, let's do it. I'll spend an ice and an energy. I'm going to buy that one, which moves me up on this track. So the reason why I've put these 2 cards here is because I just want to show you these. This one, we've kind of mentioned this. This is a relic symbol. So the more relics you have at the end of the game, the better. You're going to get points. And any card with a pink star on the bottom is an end of game scoring card. Now, if this module does become damaged during the game, then it won't score at the end of the game. But if it isn't damaged, it's going to score me extra points at the end of the game based on the conditions printed on it. Now, this one, and I believe this is also in the expansion, this is an explosive module. So whenever you activate this module, you have to roll a d6. On a 1, 2, or 3, you get what it says, and everything's fine. If you roll a 4, 5, or 6, you get double what it says, but then it blows up. Blows up as in it gets damaged. It's not completely gone, it just takes a damage token. So they are the 2 modules that I gained. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. And I believe that is my turn.
At the end of my turn, I took my credit for building.
Oh, yes, for your thing. Johnny's saying, do factories need 2 or 3 leaders? Factories need 2 leaders. Observatories need 1. Obelisks need 1.
Starports need 2.
Starports need 2.
3.
Cities need 3. So you need 3 leaders spare in order to build a city.
Bos.
Yep.
Resolve the event.
Resolve the event. And this is the one that you put on the top.
Yep.
So we have an algae sky. So it's points for the green track. Yay! So I get 8 minus none. Pete, you get 6 minus none. Rob, you get 7, but minus 1 because one of your modules is damaged.
Yep.
Right. We then get Raider C. So what have we got?
We have the Ice Pirates.
Pop it down.
Yep. Boom, boom, boom.
There you go. So Ice Pirates. Let's see if it's going to focus. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, the Ice Pirates, they move 1. They've got 4 attack dice. But what they do is they... where do they appear?
They appear on the planet that's been deployed.
The planet that's recently come in. Right.
Yeah.
So these are... I'm going to show these on the big screen, actually. These are the Ice Pirates. They're very scary. And what they do is that they freeze the area that they're in so that there can't be any escalation. So no more things.
Ships can't move in.
Yeah.
And that's a clear distinction because it says my torpedo hauler does not involve me moving into it. So I can still give artillery support.
Right. The special effect of the Argus Sky is each player gains 1 nanocarbon. Excellent. We like that. Ooh. And then we place 1 bonus nanocarbon on the newly placed planet and each adjacent region. So if you ever have resources on a region, I'm not going to put it on the quasar, then as long as you have a ship in that region, then on your turn as a free action, you can just pick it up. So that is that event done.
Of course, the issue with going for either of those
is the Ice Pirates are there.
Ice Pirates and Ian the Iron Storm.
Ian the Iron Storm and the Ice Pirates. This part of the board is looking a little bit dangerous. Right.
Ian the Iron Storm and the Ice Pirates. Wasn't that an 80s glam?
It was, yeah. Pete, go. And now we start this thing.
Yeah. Now, apologies, because one of my special abilities is that I have these 3 civilization cards.
Oh, you should have played one.
I should have played one.
Yeah, do you want to do it now?
Is that okay?
Yep. So whenever Pete builds a development, he gets to place one of his 3 special cards that he drew at the start of the game.
And if I'd remembered, I would have used, but I'm not going to do that because
that moves you up the blue track.
It would have done, but only if I'd spent a...
No, when you first placed it.
when I first placed it,
moves you up the blue track.
Right, of course.
It triggers an event.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, slight mistiming. That should have all happened.
Yeah, apologies
before.
So let's place.
Yeah, Ice Pirates was actually a sci-fi movie from the 80s. I remember it.
Yeah.
But Ian and the Ice Pirates was a rock band. They did tours around the Lancashire area.
Yep. All 3 of the pubs.
Let's go in here, do my special thing, and
so you're going to get 5 cards.
And it's going to cost me
2 resources.
You could just spend the 2 cards and draw 5.
But he likes his cards.
I'm going to have to discard 2 of them.
Or play them. Same as last time.
But I probably don't want to spend these.
There you go.
Right, here we are. Forgotten Moon.
This one.
Play in your turn. When you're not in battle, claim 1 moon token from the discard pile.
There is only 1 moon in the discard pile.
I choose that one.
Oh, is that an event?
Oh, and it.
Yep.
There you go.
The event thingy. And then outstanding play. Play after you use the attack, voyage, or jump ability.
You've not used either of those.
Did I not?
It's these.
Oh,
it's
attack,
the 3 specials.
voyage, or jump.
I think you told me that at least once so far. Do make sure you inform me when it starts to get boring. No.
While Pete's thinking, I will just explain to you what the jump ability is because we haven't actually seen that yet. But the ability of the default heavy cruiser is, although it only has a range of 1, when you place it on the board, you can spend 1 energy to jump, which means it can move to anywhere. And I believe that you can also use this when escalating. So when you escalate, you can join in a battle.
Launches or moves, yep. So,
yeah, launches or moves. So yeah. So it's really good. Yeah, you can jump into battle. Yeah, thought so.
Okay, I'm going to play Seismic Wave. Play on your turn when you're not in battle. Discard all modules of 1 type from the board. Pay to add any 1 module to your station.
Discard all modules of 1 type from the board. and then pay to add one module to your station. So get rid of one of them, one colour, and then buy one of the other ones, and then at the end you replenish. I think that's how that is.
Yep, that's sounding right.
So which ones you want and work backwards.
Right, well, what I think I'm going to do, I think that's the one I want.
Don't get rid of yellows then.
So, yeah. Although, actually, if I had one of these, I'd be able to place the moon on it, wouldn't I? And then if I recall, well, that's a good thing to do. I might.
But you're all going to have to buy it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to buy it. So let's get rid of these.
You're going to get rid of yellows.
Let's get rid of yellows.
So they all go. And then you pay for any one module.
I'm going to pay for this one. I'll pay a credit.
As the titanium.
And an energy.
Yep. So that's a brown industry module. So you move up on the brown track.
I'll place that moon in here.
Okay. And because you've arrived here, you get one of your ship upgrades.
Let's have a wizardy science
You've
vessel.
got a wizard science vessel. So what can that do? It's got range of 2 with 2 dice.
When you launch the ship to a nebula, you may gain a new ship at no cost.
Oh wow! Okay.
Very nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's my go.
Right. I'm going to launch, and I'm going to launch the plushie prize, who's going to jump 2 and drop himself into the trade hub.
Range of 2, and it doesn't provoke.
Yeah, he wouldn't provoke an
I
attack.
mean, these have only got a
enemies.
range of 1 anyway, haven't they?
Yeah. Pop to there, and I'm going to spend these 2 to take 2 credits using its ability.
2 resources for 2 credits.
2 resources for 2 credits. Bin that one. Bin that one. And I'm done.
Well, I'm going to have to bring people home, unfortunately, and I only have this one, and those 2 are there, so that sucks. But let's.
Do we replenish these?
Don't forget when you
We do, yes.
when you get the ship upgrade, you get the ship.
Do I?
Yeah. Whenever you gain an upgrade, you get the ship for free.
Oh, wow. Didn't realise that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no to it, though. Thank you very much.
So I think I'll go on here to repair a ship, and then I'll go on here to get all of this. So it's 2 energy. It's possibly 1 nanocarbon, possibly 2.
Yep.
It's 2. 2 nanocarbon, but unfortunately,
You're damaged.
that is damaged. So I get 2 nanocarbon, and I get 1 energy and 2 points per observatory. So I have 2 points, please.
Yep, 2 points purple.
1 energy. And that's it, unfortunately, because that got damaged, so that really set me back.
Off you go, Pete.
That's my go done. Time for revenge.
It's time for revenge.
Okay, well, let's send it in here. I'll take that moon.
Let's look at the top 2 cards of this deck.
Yeah, so the science vessels have the voyage ability, which is what's needed to go into the nebulas.
Pick one to go on the
One on
top,
top,
one to go
one
on
on
the
the
bottom.
I'll put that one on the top and this one on the bottom.
Okay, that one goes on the top. That one goes on the bottom.
Then I may
When you launch the ship into a nebula, you may gain a new ship at no cost. There you go.
So you might as well build a big expensive one.
Yep.
Right. All done, Pete?
That's it for me, I think.
Cool. So, we're going to have a little bit of fun here.
No, sorry, I've done that, haven't I? That was an explore.
That was a voyage.
Triage after you use the attack, voyage, or
Yes.
jump ability. I'm going to play this outstanding play.
So that moves up on any one of the tracks.
Let's try that one.
Okay, so your hand size is now 6.
Yeah, that's the reason for doing it, because I've got this special ability that gives me loads of cards.
Yeah.
Saves me from having to get rid of them.
All right. Let's see if this works. He's warping into there. Launching into there.
Yeah. So you can pick this up as a free action. There you go. You also get the moon.
Yep. Yum.
Okay. But there's going to be a raider strike.
Yep.
Is that it?
That's it.
Raider strike. So it moves in.
Yep.
Yeah, falls over. So first of all, escalation.
I cannot.
there can be no escalation because that's the ice pirates. The area is frozen.
Yep.
So none of us can escalate. So do you want to play a diplomacy card?
Nope.
Battle preparations. You've got 1 dice needing a 1.
1 dice. However, my torpedo hauler.
Oh, your torpedo hauler is here.
Yep. And therefore was in range of launching a vast
So you've
amount of
got
artillery
4
support.
dice.
So I'm rolling 4 dice. So it's 4v4.
4v4. Your targeting value, I think, is still 1.
Yeah.
Because you've only got 1 ship in there.
So it's still just 4 dice. Keep
And their targeting value is 1. Did you want to spend any energy?
Nope.
So it's exactly the same. 4 dice versus 4 dice.
6, 4, 4, 1.
No. Got a 5.
Boom!
So the ice pirates, I believe, have a shield.
Yep.
Yes. So you won the fight,
Haven't destroyed them.
and you get 2 ice from them,
Yep.
but they stay on the board,
Rob them of all their ice.
and they are damaged. And you move up to the
Yep. And we've
Supremacy
got one
Jar.
here, which gets me.
Saku and Jean says you draw up to 6 cards after moving there. Apologies, I did not know that rule. That is a new rule that I didn't know. So when you arrive here, you immediately draw up to that
Oh, so I should take two cards.
2 cards. Yeah, I didn't know that rule.
So I've secured this token, so at any point I can exchange it for one of each kind of resource.
Yeah.
Smashing.
I must have missed that when I was reading the rules. But 2 people in the chat have said that, so I'll believe you. I'll check in the rules in a minute.
Okay, so we had the fight.
That's it.
That's it, yeah.
My go. Right, so I'm launching again for the first time, although the area is looking quite dangerous now. I'm not quite happy about that being there.
Yeah, because it will provide covering fire to anything within, basically anything.
Well,
this half
that's
window.
where I want to go.
And or just fight him straight up.
Well, that's got 3 dice, but then you'll escalate by moving that in.
Mm-hmm.
So
And he's shielded, so
it is a little tricky.
you'd have to use the fighter to launch the
Oh,
first wave.
this.
So it'll be a relatively even fight because you're using your fighter.
Yeah, I know what I need to do, but unfortunately I've got loads of energy and loads of nanocarbon, but I don't have the other stuff. And it's the other stuff that I need. So I could do that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's use a transport to go here. So it moves the event on. I would get a leader, but I don't. And my special ability is that I can buy from anywhere. So how do I get a credit? Oh, first of all, I've gone to a thing. So I could spend 2 resources to move up the commerce track. I'm going to spend 2 energy to move up the commerce track, which is another event. 1 more, and it triggers. Right, so what am I going to buy? I've got lots of nanocarbon and I've got lots of energy, and that's all I've got, which means I'm buying 2 from here. Yeah, I'm buying 2 from here. So 3 nanocarbon and 1 energy buys these 2 cards. So this one comes in damaged. The power grid, other games are available. So that's good. And we might now be slightly off camera. Yeah, unfortunately we've got a bit of a glare because we're using sleeves. So apologies for that. I'll try and sort that out in a minute. But that moves me 2 up on the green track, which is another event, which does trigger. So we get, it's another brown planet. Which goes on there. And then I think that's it. I've done my 2 things. There's no raider strike. So that is the end of my turn. So we get an event. Let's just check my card. And I've got this. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Right, we are scoring for the red track. So Rob, you're going to get 6 points minus 1. Pete, you're going to get 4 points. And I get 3 minus 2. Okay. We have B. We have Raiders, B, which is the Sorcerian Abductor.
Yep.
So this is your classic
Oh, they begin in
UFO.
they begin in a random nebula.
Okay,
So they begin
because we're playing with quasars, that means they begin in a quasar instead.
Okay, the appearing quasar, that one.
This one. And what they do is, as soon as they appear, they abduct 2 leaders from each player on the board. So I'm going to take these 2 leaders and we put them on the card.
Okay.
Pete, take 2 leaders from anywhere, put them on there.
I'll do the same. The nebula has been swept clean.
Okay, so they are our people that have been abducted. To get those people back, we need to defeat this. Whoever defeats it will get their 2 leaders back and go straight to
They
here.
have no shields.
Yeah, whoever, everybody else gets 1 back. So, for example, if Rob defeats that, he'll get his 2 leaders. Mine and Pete's leader will get 1 back. The other one will stay on the card. And the next time it comes out, it will abduct more people, etc., etc. It cannot abduct them from here.
Yeah,
It can only abduct them from here.
Okay.
It's got a range of 2 though, so that's something to be very, very careful about. This has a strike range of 2, so this whole area. And then the special effect is each player draws 1 tactics card and may recruit 1 of their leaders from any region. So
I'll have him.
everybody gets the tactics card.
Get over here.
Oh, thank you.
And a tic tac card. Thank you.
And I'm going to recruit... Well, I don't have many more on the board. I'm going to recruit that one. Yeah, I've almost got all of my leaders. Page 19 of the rulebook has those rules. Thank you. Civilization track, yes. You then immediately draw tactics until you have reached your new maximum hand size. Thank you very much. Yes, I missed that. Really good. Oh, I needed that earlier. Right. So what's happening? I went there. I bought 2 cards. The 2 cards moved up there. Those should have come down after I did the action. And then we did the event, and that goes back there.
Mm-hmm.
Pete, you'll go.
Okay. Let's do that. And
So you're going in here.
yeah, so I spend 2 things.
2
and
resources
Free money.
to get 2 credits.
Let's spend that and that. Those 2,
Mm-hmm.
which will give me 2
2
credits. Yeah, they go there.
Right, it's all gonna kick off now.
He has to pick which one.
So we have a Raider strike, but this is within range, and this is within range. So Pete actually chooses which one of those is going to move into here.
So tell me about this one.
So he's unshielded. He's got 4 attack die, and if you beat him, you'll get these 2.
Yeah.
We'll each get 1 of these, and these will remain on here until he shows up again. Whereas the ice pirates, they've lost their shields. The second one kills them. Beat them, and you'll get 2 ice. But if these are the ones that move in, you can't send in reinforcements.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll send in the ice pirates.
So the ice pirates are going in there, which means escalation. There is no escalation because the area is frozen, but Rob can still use his torpedoes
Yep.
from here. Okay, so we've done escalation. Diplomacy. Pete, do you want to play a diplomacy card?
Yeah, I'll play ceasefire.
Okay.
And the battle ends.
Yeah.
Advance on the supremacy
There
train.
you go. That's it. There is no battle. The battle ends.
Boom.
It says ceasefire, and the pirates go, oh, okay.
All right, then.
Fair enough. We didn't really want to fight
It's a
anyway.
fair cop, Governor.
Yeah.
All done?
Yeah.
Right, I will send in my transport to here. So nothing's going to happen. First things first, I get my
You
leader.
have your leader. You activate that region, so you spend any 2
Yep, I'm going to
resources
spend 2 ice for 3 cards.
to get 3 tactics cards.
Yum, yum, yum.
And then we have a Raider strike.
Yep, 1 second. I'm going to play Deja Vu, shuffle the tactics discard pile, and then draw 2 cards from it. Return the rest to the discard pile.
Okay, so shuffle
Before
the
the battle
tactics.
starts.
Shuffle the tactics discard pile. You get 2 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and then that goes the discard pile.
Cool.
Okay, right. So Raider Strike.
Yep, the
Ice Pirates are the only
move in.
ones within range, which means nobody can escalate.
Yep, but again, vast swarms of missiles in from off screen.
So are you playing a diplomacy card?
No.
Pete,
No
are you playing a
diplomacy.
diplomacy card?
Yes.
Is it another ceasefire?
Hailing frequencies. Gain 1 victory point for each opponent's ship in the active region.
2. So you get 2 victory points.
Hey.
Pirates counters.
They count as an opponent. Yeah.
And then any player may choose to end the battle.
Do you want
You're
to?
going to choose to end the battle?
Nope.
I choose to end the
The
battle.
battle is over. There we go.
I'm going to kill me some ice pirates. Stop protecting them.
Right. So that was your go?
No,
No, your go.
That was
You
my
That was
go.
your go. You moved in there. Right. My go. I have 2 ships left. Right. Where are we going to go? I don't really want to go there because that's dangerous. The chat are wanting a 4-way battle, which I could actually do a 4-way
We're about to
battle.
get a 3-way fight there, but
I could-
someone, Mr. Diplomacy over here, keeps trying to talk us out of it.
I could put my fighter in here. Now the problem is you've got torpedoes.
Yeah,
That's
I'll just hammer you from a distance. You know.
yeah. But if I go here, I'm fighting the ice pirates.
So if you go there, if you go there, you're still fighting them. But
Which are 4 dice.
yeah, but that'll be outside my outside my missile range.
It
So
will.
I wouldn't be going in. If you go in here, yeah, there's going to be a 4-way fight between our 3 factions and the ice.
So my other option is that I use my fighter and go here. And that would draw either the ice pirates or the UFO in. The UFO has how many dice?
4, but no shields. So hit it once
Still.
and it's dead. And then we might move in as well. Because if one of my ships move in, I get to missile swarm you.
Wow.
It's an interesting ability, that. Yeah, so my previous one was.
It is.
Yeah. Just the whole. Yep, I can now.
It is. And I'm desperately short on credits. And I get credits by going here. I don't think I want to go there. Because
That'll be another 4-way fight.
that will be a 4-way fight if I go there. But I've only got a fighter.
It'll be your fighter versus the ice pirates versus Pete's battleship versus
Oh, I've got
my
this.
science
You've got
vessel.
this.
Yeah. There will be a lot of dice being rolled there, and it'll be quite amusing. And then everybody explodes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my transport. And we're going to place my transport. I'm going to place it in here.
Happy.
Yeah, I'm going to place it in here, and I'm going to pick up this moon. Okay, right. Then the ice pirates come in,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody else can join in
Oh yes.
because of the ice pirates. So we go to battle.
And I'm not in that battle because
You are not in the battle, no, because you don't have any ships
That
there.
doesn't count because it's not a ship.
It's not a ship. But then I surrender. I play a diplomacy card.
Mhm.
The battle ends, and I move up 1 space. Civilization track, which moves that along to there. Right. Lots more diplomacy cards played tonight than
Yeah.
previous games, but that's the way.
That's just which ones
The way they come out.
Which ones get which the ones that got drawn.
Right, that's my go done. Desperately need to do some repairs. No, it's not my turn done. I'm going to use this. So this is advance up any 1 track. I'm going to advance to there,
Mm-hmm.
which gets me one of these. Oh, what? Wow. Totally having that one. Right, okay. Just watch out. Next turn, awesome stuff is going to happen.
Right. Well,
Return home or place a new one?
place a new one. No, Xeno Fuel. Play on your turn when you're not in battle.
Yeah. Do you want to just give me the card? Because this is a new type of card that we've not seen before. This is a card that has the word sustain on it. So what happens is you play it when it says, but it stays in play, not just for this turn, but it actually stays in play until the next, or until the end of your next return to station turn. So this is going to stay in play for Pete for possibly some time. So what does it do?
Stays in play until the end of my.
The end of your next return to station turn.
Yeah. Okay.
But what does it do?
Each of my ships has +1 movement.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
I'm going to move here.
Because you can.
Say
And
hi to
because
Ian.
Yeah. So that will start a battle.
oh, will it?
Yeah.
You're still going into attack there.
I thought. Oh, okay.
No, it won't move to
So-
attack you.
If you were to go to here, it would move in, and its ability means that you would immediately get damaged.
Right. Okay.
But if you
And it's
move
got-
on to
It's
it,
got 4 dice.
it doesn't use the Ion Storm, but it's still probably going to kill you. Now, this Quasar is in the way, so even though this has a range of... No,
No.
it doesn't have a range of 2. If this had a range of 2, it could not move through the Quasar.
But he can go to warp speed.
Oh, you could. You could spend an energy
Fly
and
around.
go to warp speed and fly around.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Okay.
It's a nuisance. And anywhere else I go is going to attract the attention of the.
Yeah. I mean, every space on the board now
Oh yeah, it is.
within range of one of the raiders, except for the nebulas.
See, this is what happens when you try negotiating with these things rather than outright killing them. They just build up.
I mean,
increasing
we've got
strength.
3. We've got rid of the little ones, but 3 of the big ones are out. There is one more that hasn't been revealed yet.
I have the mass artillery strike of the Doomfire 5000 standing by, but no, you insisted on negotiating.
Might just have to come bring them home.
Run away quite fast, lads.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, you get to activate all of that stuff.
No, you don't get to activate 3 of it because he only has
It's
3 ships.
3 ships and 1 energy.
Yeah, but he can still only activate 3
3 of the 4 things, yes.
Three of the four different types.
Hmm.
And with only 1 energy, that would limit what he can do.
If I place another ship, the likelihood is that it won't be there when it comes time to.
Depends where you place it.
Bring
You
them
place it
back.
somewhere we can then do the kick-ins.
No, I think I am. I'm going to bring them back.
Okay.
Okay,
let's
so 1 at a time.
Start with this one.
Where's that going to go?
No, that's not very good, but it's the only one that gets me energy, and I'm going to need energy. Yeah, so let's go there.
Okay, so you get 2 energy.
And then I'll bring back this one. And I'll put it here. Gets me a credit. Put an energy here, which gets me a credit.
So try and get this side as well.
No, that's okay. That's not too bad.
And spend an energy to activate that.
Which is spend an energy or a titanium
I'll spend an energy.
to take any module for free.
Any module for free.
Yeah.
There's a nice one.
Because I've then run out of module for free. That looks like a good one.
Mhm.
So let's put that there.
Okay. It's not damaged. Move you up the green track. Moves the event marker around. Okay.
Oh, playing in your turn when you're not in battle. Choose a planet and claim a moon token from it.
That's an event. So it moves around.
So if I choose this one,
Yeah. Choose a planet and claim a moon. That's not a planet.
That's a nebula. It's there.
so I can't take that one.
It's not planet.
Not a planet.
Choose any planet and take a moon from, and take a.
That's all the multiple
Yeah.
stacks.
Okay. In which case, I will take this one. I'll burn it. Or I won't. I'll place it there. Yes, I will burn
You're going to
it.
burn it for an energy.
Burn it for an energy, and I'll put the energy here.
No. So the green modules are when you activate the
Oh, I see.
primary
They all
reactor,
they all
they
go.
all
They all
activate.
go. Oh, in that case, I won't burn it because I might need it.
Yeah.
Later. Yes, I've forgotten that. Okay. I took a. What did I take? I took that, didn't I?
Mhm.
And I advanced on the green track.
Yep. And then
Advance
jump on the
on
green
the
track.
In that case, instead of advancing on the green track, I'll play power play. Play when you would advance on a progress track. Instead, advance one space on a different progress track and gain 2 victory points.
Okay.
So I think that will be this one.
Okay, so the supremacy track.
And do I get to?
Yeah, so there
just moved
was a token on
I get
here at
2
the
victory
start of the
points per
game.
card.
Just moved you up, mate.
You've done that, so I had 4.
Yeah, that's right.
So there was a token on here at the start of the game. The first player to arrive on this space gets that token, and these are really good, powerful tokens. Anybody else who arrives here gets 2 points instead.
I believe, and that's not quite the. Oh,
No, you've still got 1 ship left.
oh. I forgot about him. So if I go, these are really good.
So you could go here,
Yeah, I think
and
I'm
you could
gonna
burn
have
that
to
for an energy to go there,
Yeah,
and
that's
then you'd get that.
what I'm going to do. So that.
So that's build a ship or repair. Now, we've not mentioned this rule, but when you repair, if you don't have anything to repair, you get 1 point instead.
Or I could build something.
Yeah.
But I won't. I'll get a point instead because I've got
Okay.
nothing to repair.
So you get a point.
Anything to declare.
Then you
And then I'll burn that for an energy.
Burn that for the energy. And use the energy on there to get either a titanium or an ice, and then you get 2 ice.
So I'll have titanium and 2 ice,
Yep.
please.
Nice. And then is that your return all done?
I believe so.
Is your return. So all your ships come back and the energy clears. Rob,
okay?
you're returning,
Yep,
I believe.
I'll bring
So
back
5 ships to bring back.
Yep, I'll bring back my ship. It's going to go here, so that gets me 5 energy.
And we get
Everyone
1.
else 1,
So Pete, have another energy.
and I get a card.
You get a tactics card.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Nice. Then I'm going to bring back this one, who is going to go here, and he will repair this module.
Yeah, nice.
I'm then going to spend 2 energy to trigger this one, getting me a nanocarbon and a victory point and an ice. Nanocarbon for that, victory point and an ice
And
for
then,
that.
yeah,
And then this one is a ice and a titanium.
followed by
What's
an
titanium?
ice or an energy.
Nice one energy. I'm going to take another energy.
Okay, 3 ships left.
Yep, and he's going to come back
Sorry, I wasted that because I didn't end up using it. So, but I
Yeah.
to
played
here.
it, so it's gone.
That gets me 1 credit. Then I'm going to spend 2 credits to flip this, which comes here.
Ah, so you've upgraded your transports,
Sports.
which means you get a new transport.
Get a new transport. And then I'll bring back the plushy prize,
Mhm.
who is going to go here.
And you're going to build a...
Yep, I'm going to
Okay,
spend
so you spend
3
3 titanium,
titanium spent.
and you build a factory.
Build a
So we
factory.
need 2 leaders.
2 leaders. It gets me only 4 VPs because there's not a lot of leaders around.
So that goes in there. So you get
But-
1, 2, 3, 4.
I've built a development, so I gain an extra 7 because that's what this one's done. That's what this one does.
7?
7, 3 plus 4.
Oh,
I get
7
an extra
instead of
3,
the... Right, okay.
I get the 4 for that and the
Yep.
3 for that.
So
that
7
gives me
points.
7. That jumps me up to there.
And you've now got a factory. So the special ability of the factory is you move up on the industry track, because it's brown,
Yep, which
which
ticks me.
triggers the event along.
Mm-hmm.
You get the points, and you now have a 1 per game ability of
Double
2
repair.
repair.
Yep.
We have a factory on the board.
Okay, and that is the end of my turn.
So you gain a credit for
So I gain a credit
baking cakes or
for I
something.
made because I built a development.
Right. Okay, you all done? Yay, Rob's not on the board. I can
And
go
all
places.
these
I can do
come
things.
back.
So I've got this. I'm going to use this to upgrade one of my ships, which means I get a free ship. Now then, this is interesting. I really wanted to do that because I did that in the game yesterday and it was awesome. But I think we're going to have to go with the battleship. Yeah. Let's go with the battleship. So I'm upgrading my heavy cruiser to a battleship, which means I immediately get a battleship for free. Right. Then I am going to place my battleship, which only has a range of 1. I could pay an energy to warp it, but I think this is where I want to go. Yeah, I think that's where I want to go. So my special ability is I could pay 2 resources to move up 1 on the commerce track. Or I could pay 1 credit, but I don't have a credit. Don't think I'm going to do that. So I'm now going to use the ability of the trade hub. I'm going to spend 2 energy. 2 credits. I don't know if I could now spend 1 credit to move up on the commerce track. If anybody knows the answer to that, let me know. Can the Tolzid porters use the ability of the trade hub? Because it says when you launch to an alliance base. So I don't think I can. I think it's in the launch step. So we've already passed the launch step. I've done the activation. But now, either the ice pirates are going to come in, or the saucer's going to come in. Now, the saucer has got 4 dice.
They both have 4 dice.
They both got 4 dice.
Ice Pirate has lost its shield, so both of them are 4 dice, dying if you hit them.
I don't think any of us need our leaders at the moment. So
Ice Pirate is Ice Pirate's resources, so the one is and you've got 4
I think we're going to go with the ice pirates. So we're going to bring the ice pirates in, but it does mean that I can't then bring this in.
Yep.
Right. Which I don't know whether I wanted to anyway. So yeah, no, that's fine. So I'm going to be 4. I'm going to be 5 dice because I've got that. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So no escalation. So we have a battle. So my battleship actually has a targeting value of +1. So even though I've only got 1 ship in there, my targeting value is 2. So I'm rolling 4 dice, +1 for this. So I'm 5 dice with a targeting value of 2.
I've actually rolling 1s.
You're on 4 dice.
Can you pass me some dice?
How many do you want?
4, I think.
Okay, I have a 6.
I don't.
Okay, I
All
win.
yours.
The Ice Pirates have died.
So they're gone
At least
because
we
their
died
shield
in.
has already gone. So I move up 1 on the supremacy track. Yay! And I gain 2 ice. And that's it. Yay, I've had a successful battle. Right,
Huzzah.
that's me done, I believe. Pete.
Okay. So I can do this.
Because
Oh, wait
no,
a
you
minute.
can't.
I can't.
You don't have a ship on the board,
No, I need to have a ship on the board before I do that. No.
or you use a ship with an attack ability.
Let's go here.
Okay,
Yep, that is outside the target range. Do your
that
ability
that
again.
is safe.
Yep.
And
2 resources for 5 cards.
2 resources for 5 cards.
Getting through these cards, aren't we?
I've got a hand limit of 6, so I don't have to
Discard them.
discard anything, but I could play if I wanted to. Yeah. Oh. I can play any of these, can't I?
Yeah.
It's just playing your turn.
Right. Okay. Dastardly ploy.
Is an event.
That will trigger the event. Don't forget.
Yep.
So that goes to there. That goes to there. It's another blue planet. It's the
Your
final
board.
blue planet.
Each player damages one of their modules. Does that include me?
Each player.
Ouch! What am I doing? That's probably not as clever.
The damage.
You want to do that for
That one.
Well, everyone gets the same negative, so
Mhm.
Let's do
Okay.
You may then activate an opponent's undamaged non-science module. You got this non-science.
That, or that.
Oh, I could. Oh no, I can't do that.
Rob's got some better ones.
What have you got?
That
that's
one's
good?
been damaged, so I've got 1 resource or 2 resources.
Or
Or a credit,
all
or
the standards.
I'll have a repair, I think, from one of you. I'll repair.
okay. So you damage ours, and then you use our other ones to repair. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I see how this is.
Again, sincerest apologies. Now, Black Market. Play on your turn when you're not in battle. Choose any available module, pay its cost, add it to your station.
It's another event. So when an event triggers, when the event has already happened, you just ignore it.
You just ignore it. Okay. Let's have this one. Digital Market, I think.
Okay.
And I'll
You
put
pay
that
the cost.
there.
You move upon the comma track,
Costs me a.
which triggers another event, which we can't have. So
It burns.
Okay. And I might just put that.
that means you have to spend a point and a credit to get 2 points and a credit. Yeah, these are not, because these nebula moons are really powerful. You don't generally want to slot them into the left-hand side of a.
Oh, I see.
I
So you
think.
get that stuff.
No, that becomes the
That's
cost.
the cost. It's the same as the other one you've got.
Same as that one. That's
It
the
turns
cost
into the
to do
cost.
that.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Yeah.
But I could burn it and get those.
Yeah, or plug it in anywhere else. It's only that.
Yeah.
It's only that
You
one.
can plug it into there.
So whenever you lose a fight, you get any
Or
credit.
if I got another one of these brown
Plug
ones,
it in
plug
there,
it in
yeah.
there, then
Yeah.
I would get that.
Yeah, it's,
So-
it's just the one on the right.
Oh, so I don't want to put it in as a cot. I see.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. That's that. I think that's the end of my go.
We'll resolve the event.
Event. Yes.
Event time.
Let's resolve it.
So what's the
Comet Storm. Now this is
Blue.
Blue.
So we're going to score blue.
So green is going to score 9 points with no penalties.
45. That's
Getting close.
mm.
Rob, you're going to score 6 points
With one
minus
penalty.
1, and I'm going to score 8 minus 3, so 5 points to me. Okay, and then what?
special effects.
Yeah.
C.
What,
Oh,
C?
C. C. C.
So the ice
The
pirate.
Ice Pirates come back.
Hooray!
And where are they coming back?
It's almost like they were never away.
They'll come
On
back.
the
Planets
most recent planet, I
Yep.
believe.
Okay. Each player gains 1 ice. Then place a bonus ice on the newly placed planet and 1 on each adjacent region.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the event done. The Ice Pirates are back, and they've frozen this area. Okie dokie.
Is there a possible kind of crossover market? Ice Pirates of the Caribbean.
Could be. That was a lot of cards played.
Yeah.
And that was the event.
Cards are fun.
So that goes back
You
there.
like cards.
Yeah, cards good.
Okay. Right, I'm going to play Strategic Shift, discard 3 tactics card to draw 4 tactics cards.
Okay.
Just cycle the deck.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you. I'll keep them.
Effectively, get rid of 4 cards to draw 4
Yeah,
cards.
Pretty much.
More reading of cards. There's not been much of this. Yesterday, we were doing this a lot. But today, there hasn't actually been that many ships being damaged, apart from near the start of the game. My Grandmaster plan of building another observatory has kind of fallen apart.
So I am going to launch, and I'm going to launch one of these to that brown planet.
This one.
Yep. So he lands.
So this is your first placement. So it can go. So you can pick up the ice.
I'll take the ice.
You
I'll
also
take
pick
one
up
of
the
them.
moon.
I'll bring in those abductors.
These.
Yep.
So they come in. And then we have a battle.
Yes.
So escalation.
No one's there for me to move in. No one else.
I
You could.
So I could warp to go in there if I really wanted to, but I don't want to.
Yep.
Pete, you can't get in there. So it is fighting time.
Yep,
So you've
I'm
got
gonna
1 transport
Yep. And I'm going to spend energy to give me 2 dice. No
plus
rerolls.
1 for this.
So that's 3 dice.
You've got 3 dice. You've got the brown dice for the
You've
raiders.
got 4.
4 dice for the saucer. Yes, we haven't attacked each other. Well,
We've been-
yeah, we did a lot of that in a previous game, but we're not
Lot.
doing it much tonight.
So I've got a 6, a 4, and a 1.
We've got a 6 and a 5.
Okay, so your 6 cancels my 6.
Yeah.
But then I play perfect shot with another
Not
6.
again.
Which blows up that flying saucer.
So the flying saucer is gone.
Yep,
And
I
you get-
gain both my boys.
And we get 1 back.
You get 1 each.
Thank you.
And I got 1 on the supremacy track.
Flying saucer has been blown up.
And ooh,
So you did that with the transport,
yep, back with the
backed
back
up with the factory, and 1 energy.
and then some fancy shooting.
And some cards. Yeah. All done?
Yep.
So, my plan, I do have a plan.
Likely story.
No, I definitely do. It was to go there. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to the shipyard. So I'm going to use my fighter. I'm going to launch from here, that we're range 2, go to the shipyard.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually safe now.
Yep, because I killed them.
I was planning on bringing something in so that then I could attack it. So, yeah, that's a shame. I was going to bring it in, then I was going to escalate with that, and I was going to have 6 dice and kill it. Okay, in which case, maybe we go with a different change of plan, and maybe we go for this. And we get some more modules. Yeah, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to launch to here. So that triggers the event movement. I have launched to an alliance base. So I'm going to spend a credit to move up the commerce track. So let me just show you what that commerce track does. At the end of the game, your resources are worth absolutely nothing unless you have moved up the commerce track. So if you're here, all of your resources, including your tactics cards, are worth 1 point each. If you're here, they're worth 2 points each. So yeah, there is an advantage to moving up there. So I spent a credit to do that. Then we're going to get to do the ability. So I can use my trade routes to buy any 2 of these. And yeah, we really need to be doing that. So I'm going to spend, I don't have a titanium, but I will use a credit as a titanium and an ice as the other to buy that, which slots into there, which moves me up this track. Then, credit. Damn it. So I'm going to spend yeah, this works.
Oh, shouldn't these have down? Did you buy
Not
some?
yet.
Oh,
Not
you're
yet.
in the middle of buying.
I'm in the middle of buying. I'm going to spend an ice and an energy to buy this one,
Oh, yes, using your ability.
which goes in here, which moves me up this track, which gets me a hand size of 6, and I draw 5 cards.
Very nice.
Right. So I did that. I bought 2 things. I moved up the tracks. These come down, and I just need a minute to look at these new cards that I've just drawn. Yeah, sure. Let's play some of this stuff. So I'm going to play Mission Catastrophe. Play on your turn when not in battle. It is an event.
Mm-hmm.
And it says each non-raider opponent must discard 1 resource and damage 1 of their ships or modules.
Okay. I'll discard this ice and I'll damage my micro crystallizer.
I'll damage a ship. So can I take a ship from here and put it in the scrapyard? Is that the way that works?
Or you have to damage something on them.
I think I read something in the FAQ to say that you can do that. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you are allowed to damage a ship like that. Right. What else am I going to do? Just have a sneaky look at what's there. Oh, there's loads of stuff here. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Okay, right. activate one opponent's undamaged non-science module. Really good, isn't it? It's got to be undamaged. Undamaged and non-science. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to play Unwelcome Visitor. I'm going to sneak aboard Pete's station. And I'm going to activate that module, the Dimension Door, and I'm going to spend an energy to gain a module. It's any module, isn't it, for free? Are there any relics out there? No.
They've all been bought.
They have. We have a new type of module that has come out. Let's explain how this works. This is a metamorphosis module. It's purple, which means when you take it, you can choose which colour it is. So you can choose which row to put it in on your station, and you move up the corresponding track. So that's those. I'm tempted to take this one. This looks really good.
Yep, it's going.
That's really, really good.
Well,
And
it's metal to everyone, but yeah.
But including you.
Yeah.
So it's 1 point and a credit, and it doesn't come in damaged.
Yep.
That just seems very good.
Well, it's the titanium to everyone, so it's giving your opponents resources.
True, but sure.
Sure, why not?
I think. I mean, it's got that ability on, and I need that ability for end of game scoring. So yeah, I'm going to take that one. That goes there.
Go up on the yellow
Which
track.
moves me up on that track. And then that was a card, which was a free action, so it replenishes. Right, I still have other cards. Sure. Secret meeting. It's another event. I'm going to activate one of my undamaged modules. So let's activate that new one. I get a point, I get a credit, and everybody gets a titanium. There you go. Happy Christmas. Right, that'll do. That's enough for now. My turn is. That's it. I know what I should have done.
Okay.
I had a plan.
I'm going to put him there. Get that.
So it's 2, range 2 from here into the nebula. Yep.
And also I then get to look at these.
Yep.
One at the top, one at the bottom.
Yep.
Page 24 of the appendix, you can damage ships from your launch bay. Thank you. I thought so. I remember reading it somewhere.
That one on the bottom.
And you get to activate the ability of your Wizard SV.
Oh yes, have a new ship.
Build the ship for free.
No cost. Let's have a fighter.
Okay. Right, Rob.
Okay. I'm going to drop
Well, here
my
we go.
battleship down into here.
Okay, so it's not your first ship.
Yep.
It's got a range of 2.
I have
So
to burn energy because I haven't technically. I can't go.
Oh, you can't go
quasar.
through the quasar, so you place it and then warp it
Yep.
by spending an energy. Okay, and then we do the event,
Yep. Then I'm going to do
and you buy 2 things
two
from
things.
here.
Yep. So I am going to buy this one and this one.
Okay,
So I need 2 resources. I'm going to
so
spend
titanium, nanocarbon,
three
and any
3
2 resources.
nanocarbon and a titanium to buy both.
They both come in damage. And
So-
you move 1 up on green track,
Yep.
1 up on the brown track. So the brown track means you
Unlock
get
my
another ship
Storm
upgrade,
Scout, which brings out my fighter.
and the green track gets you 1 of those tokens.
Lovely job.
Your choice.
I will choose this one.
Mm-hmm. You can use it whenever you
I'll
want,
immediately use it to go up once more on this track and
which gets you that.
2 VPs.
You're going to use straight away.
Yep, and 2 credits.
Nice. Yeah, the supremacy tokens are really nice.
You go back on.
So those go back on there.
Use that one. I'm going to use this one now as well, which is 1 of each resource.
Be done.
2, 3, 4. Right. Okay, so
It's a lot safer without the saucer.
2 of these, yep, buzzing around, abducting and killing people. These come with damage. I then activate, this may well end the game, Desperate repairs. I get 1 VP for every damaged module. So
You
that's
get
4
4
more
victory
VPs.
points. Yeah.
I then do 1 immediate repair.
Yeah.
I'm then going to activate my factory to repair twice more.
Okay. That's not going to end the game.
No, because it's an event, which has clicked it onto there.
Oh, right.
And since Pete's only 5 points away,
So we get a new thing.
and he's seeded the deck.
It's another yellow.
In fact, yeah, I think whatever it is, it's going to be it. So.
Interesting.
Mm.
I need the game to go on the same length of time again. I'm just getting going.
Right.
Right, and then at the end of your turn,
Oh no, we've got to fight first. So
we have the fight first. So we did that
Yep,
straight
I
away.
get that.
Now we have the fight.
Yep.
So there's a fight going on here because Rob, the aggressor, has attacked me.
Mhm.
Escalation. Do you want to escalate by moving anything else in there?
No, because I can't.
So you're on how many dice?
I'm currently on
I could move
3.
him in, couldn't I?
Use
me
next
next,
then.
Yeah.
So you're on 3
dice.
Well,
dice.
you're probably going to move him.
It absolutely messes up my plan, but since I've probably lost this, bearing in mind the game is probably about to end very soon, I will spend a credit as if it was an energy. No. I've got this moon. No, you can only
Burn them.
burn moons for resources on your turn.
Yep, it's slotting in tactics cards.
So I'm going to spend a credit as an
You
energy.
can't spend credit as energy.
You can't spend credit as energy. You can't. In which case he's stuck there because he's only got a range of 1. Right. Pete, do you want to join in?
Yeah, why not?
Do you have a range of 2? You can join in.
Yeah, because if this is going to end the
Well, you're getting 2 dice and Rob's getting 3.
yeah.
So you're probably going to lose.
Well, it depends what sort of dirty card we've got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we've done the escalation.
Yep.
Now we do diplomacy. Rob, do you want to play
I'm gonna
diplomacy?
tactical information. Draw 1 tactics card for each of your ships in the active region. It's only 1, but I think given where we are in the game.
Tactical information is your diplomacy card.
Mm-hmm.
You now can't play another diplomacy card.
Typical.
I do not play a diplomacy card.
Okay, I do not play a diplomacy card.
Right, so now we go to battle preparations. So Rob, you're on 3 dice.
Yep.
With a tactical value of 1.
Yep.
Do you want to spend any energy?
Yep, I'll spend a couple of energy.
So you're 5 dice with a tactical value of 1.
Yep.
I'm 2 dice with a tactical value of 1.
Yep, and no energy, so no additional rolls. We're all out of range of all of our support systems. And
Pete,
I'm
you
going to
are
play secret weapon plus 2 battle dice plus 1 targeting
okay.
so you're 4 dice
and
Do some
and
plus
targeting value of 2.
yes.
You're 4 rerolling 1s, I'm 5, no rerolls.
Come on, double 6.
I've got a 6, a 4, and 3 3s.
2 5s.
6, 3.
So I'm currently winning.
And you've got some 1s.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so you
and a
re-roll
1
your
and a
ones.
2 and a 2
No, it's just the 1.
You've only got a targeting value of 2.
So it's
plus
below
1 targeting
Yeah,
Yes.
you're normally 1 because it's 1 ship.
plus 1 is 2.
2, and it's
So you re-roll ones.
If you're below that number.
If you're below, oh, okay.
2 is
Sorry,
the
I
min.
thought it was 1s or 2s.
No.
All right. Come on. No,
So
I'll
you're
roll again.
Yeah.
6.
Okay.
Double
So
6.
you're currently got you've got a 6, 6, and a 3. I play perfect shots.
Oh,
So
not
6 and
again.
6 cancel out.
Is that your 3rd one?
So it's a 4 to a 3.
Yep.
So yeah, well I redrew it because I got to draw from it.
Oh, you got to draw a card from the discard pile.
Yep.
Still, you've played that card 3 times.
Victory is mine.
So you move up 1 on the supremacy track.
Yep.
Does this have shields? No. Does this have shields? No. So we both get our tactical operations.
Oh, so I could put that in there.
You can. So you
Get
can
a
get
victory
a
point
point and a card.
Mm.
Point.
I'm going to take a nano carbon because you know what? If the game has another 3 turns, I might do something cool.
Right.
This ship's been awesome for you.
That's done really well.
Yeah.
Both just in terms of its ability to support and just being, well, they're just a nice, tough fighter.
Yeah.
Right. So that is the end of my turn. I built, so I get to have one of these.
Yeah.
And then we're going to resolve the
event. Off we go.
I imagine. Yep. We're scoring this track, so it is
We're
triggering.
scoring blue.
Yep.
So I get 9 minus 3, so I get 6 points. Pete, you get 9.
Minus
You get 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that triggers the end of the game on your turn.
Yep. So we're just going to get
So
one
we're
more.
all going to get one more turn, including you.
And I'm going to get 6 minus 1, so 5.
Means you've had one more turn than the rest of us.
Technically, yeah.
That's all right. How it is.
So the swarmers are coming out.
Okay, so 2 of them come out. So
We
we
roll
roll
for
one
them.
dice to see where they come out.
They're coming out in number 4. So it's all happening
Did
over
we not
here.
get another tile?
We did.
Oh, was that? Oh, was that?
Yeah,
okay.
we did the tile ages ago.
Yeah, because
You do that immediately,
Yeah. Okay.
because otherwise you forget.
In turn order, each player may select and gain a new commerce or civilization module at no cost. Refill after each selection. Oh,
Wow.
these. So I'm going to take this one because it's 2 VPs for every damage icon depicted on your modules, max 12 VP.
But it is doubly damaged. It's an obliterated module, so it comes with 2 damage.
Yep. And I think that is going to be the best because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I think it'll pay for itself.
Bottom row.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Yep. That'll help too.
Okay, so put 2 damage on it. And you move up on the blue track. And then it says refresh after each one.
Yep.
Okay. So what are we taking? Blue or yellow?
Blue or yellow?
Okay. Well, that one is 4 points to me. That one's 3 points. That one doesn't really get me very much. That one, if I manage to repair that, is actually 3 points. Okay. I'm going to take that one, which moves me up to there. There. Johnny's asking, does it add another 6 results or does it eliminate? So Perfect Shot says, play after you roll dice in the battle. This card counts as an additional 6. So yeah, it doesn't change one of your dice to a 6. It counts as an additional 6, which is very, very good.
And then I get to choose one of these.
Either a blue or a yellow.
That one.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, which is great for you, isn't it?
Yeah, which will go there. And because of my special ability, I get that as well. So I get 2
Why'd you get-
progress
Why'd you get that?
because of my
No.
dwellers of.
No. That's if you build a development.
Oh, damn it. No. Okay.
You haven't been with that previously, have you?
No, he's built 1 development.
Did you jump up twice there?
And I put it back down once.
Oh,
He
sorry.
was already there, so he went up 2, down 1.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, you yeah.
Right. So that was the event. Yep.
Yep.
Right. So have the event.
Mm-hmm.
End of the game has been triggered. We all get 1 more turn each.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gene says, like the beginning of the game, roll 1 die for each of the new S Raiders. Do we? Okay. I thought it was 1 die and 2 of them appear, but we'll do that.
Appears in
It's
the
a
same
fine.
place.
So it's the same place. This is the popular Quasar. So my last turn,
Mm-hmm.
and I have no fighters on the board. I have no ships on the board, so I'm returning. But I have an ability that says, have you got the event token?
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Just pop it on there.
There we go.
Play when you return to the station, repair all of your damaged ships in the scrapyard. So I've only got 1. Is that actually going to make any difference? Might do. Right. So we're going to return this one and we're going to put it on here. Oh, no. Actually, no. I'm going to put it on there and I'm going to repair and I'm going to repair this one. Okay. Right. Then I'm going to bring this back and I'm going to put it on there. So this is going to get me 2 energy, 3 energy, 4 energy, 4, 2 points per observatory, 2 points, and a point. Okay, that's all of that done. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an energy on here so everybody can repair something. and I get 2 points.
So I get a point if I didn't
Yeah.
have anything to repair.
Yeah, so you get a point.
Thank you.
So I'm going to repair that. Then I've got 2 ships left. So I will put that on there to get myself a credit. And then I'll put that on there to give everybody a titanium. Me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And a credit. And a point. Because I don't think there's any point me activating any of these. That gets me a leader back. Okay, that would get me a point. Whereas an energy is actually getting me a point as well. So it's swings and roundabouts. I can't build the development. And that's it. And that's my last turn of the game. What an unusual game this has been for me.
Mm.
Pete, your final turn of the game.
Ah, no, that was stupid because
I'll tell you what. Sorry, no. I should have slotted that in there first, which would have got me an extra one of these, which is an extra point. And I'm going to throw that away on my turn for that, because that, for me, is worth a point.
Yeah, well, I just made a stupid mistake because I shouldn't have gone into that combat. Because by going into that combat,
You lost.
I lost.
Yeah.
But I've only got 1 ship on the board. So if I bring them back to the spaceport,
You get that one.
I get 1.
Yeah.
And I needed 2 because I needed this one to get me all the energy so that I could do all of these.
Yeah.
So that hasn't.
I wondered why
very
you'd
well.
went into that fight.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a good thing to do. I just decided to do it on the off chance that I might get a movement up on the supremacy, but it was not a good thing to do. But I don't think there's anything else that I can do that's actually going to get me anything.
So your resources are not worth any points, but if you build modules will move you up tracks, which will get you points.
Okay, in that case, I think that's the thing to do, isn't it? Let's go in here.
Which takes this long one.
And then
It is a safe location.
build this one.
So that's going to come in damaged, which means it won't score, and you will lose 2 points at the end of the game for damaged. So you probably don't, unless you've got a way of repairing
I
it.
don't think I do.
Buying a damaged module at this point
I
is...
think I do. Is anything else going to...
Yeah, so that will move you up to here, which means all of your remaining resources become worth a point.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's definitely worth doing.
Yeah.
Let's have that.
You spend 2 credits to buy it,
Yes.
and you move up to there.
And then
But you don't have to buy another one. You
won't.
have to buy one,
I won't. So
which means you have to discard one. At this point, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, just get rid of one. Okay.
and then do I get a victory point or something because I didn't build the second one?
No.
Okay.
Right, your last turn is done.
I think it is. I don't
Right.
think there's a way unless
Fancy cards.
discard 2 resources to gain 2 resources. That's not going to do
It's not going to help
Well,
now.
play in your turn when you're not in battle. Look at the top 3 event cards. Put them back in any order.
Not
Is it
gonna help.
possible that we're going to?
Well, I say no. I don't.
Let's do it anyway.
You might as well do it.
Top
I mean,
3.
this is worth a point if you keep it,
Oh, is it?
because it is a resource.
No, let's keep it then. Yeah. Okay, that's my go.
Right, Rob,
Yeah.
take us to the end.
Yeah. Working.
Ian's very happy. Ian's been sat here the whole game. Nobody's bothered him. He's got his little planet. Super, super happy.
Manage.
I think you've won.
No, I think Pete's got
You
it.
think Pete got it? Okay.
He's ahead of me. I think he's blue's got a lot of blue cards.
There's a lot of points over here.
I'm not.
I've got.
Okay.
working-
Well, it's closer than it was the other night.
Yeah, I've got the safe option, and I've got the risky option.
Go for the risky option.
Right.
Push the buttons. Pull the
Yeah.
levers.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah, because I want to build something there, the development.
That'll win you the game.
Yeah, which I can definitely jump the Enterprise, the plushy prize into there. Ian can't attack because the plushy
Because
prize
it's
is
a
ability,
fluffy. Yeah.
and I can just straight up build that.
Look.
Or I can do some shenanigans, strip a fleet in here, gain 2 of these as you jump this up to here, getting me 1 VP for each
Which
of
is
these.
loads of points.
And potentially, I've got a way of getting up 2. If I win the fight, I've got 2 spaces on
that'd
here,
be amazing.
which could trigger that. But if the fight goes wrong,
So you could win by a few points or win by 30 points.
chat, shall I go for the safe option or the really risky option? Just running the numbers in my head. So, but I've got to make sure I repair that one with a lot of negative VP.
You're going to have 2 repairs. Otherwise, yeah, that's going to...
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I should have seen
Of
that.
course, Matt's going to say the risky option.
Okay, go on. Let's just
You're
show
gonna do the
what
risky
happens.
option.
Yeah, so first things first, I'm going to play Stealth Maneuver. Move a ship from your launch bay to any planet. This is not a launch. And I'm going to move this fighter to this planet here.
Yeah, okay, so it just goes there. Yeah,
Goes there. Then my launch,
so that's the card.
yep,
Done.
is to launch this
From
ship
there
to
to
there. So I warped in there, and I now get to,
We do this,
yep, and I get to buy
and you get to buy
2 things.
2 things,
So I'm going to spend 2 credits to buy this one.
which moves you up to there, which
there.
triggers this. Oh,
And I'll pop those there. And then I'm going to spend, frustrating though it is, I think, 1 credit to buy this one, although it is damaged, to there.
which moves you up to there. So all your resources are now
Now
worth a
worth
point at the end of the game. Okay.
I'm going to burn this for a titanium just because it's in a... At the end. So, that was that part, which got me up to
So you've activated the region, which means you've bought the stuff, so that slides down. And we get 2 more.
Okay.
And now we do Raider Strike, but there isn't any Raid Strike.
Yep.
And now we do a battle.
Yep.
So escalation. Rob,
I
do you
will
want to
move
bring...
Yep, I'll move my fighter
So you're going
craft
to
in.
move that in. I don't have any ships on board. Pete, do you want to move this in?
Might as well.
Right, escalation is done. Diplomacy. Do you want to
I
play
play
diplomacy
risky
card?
gambit. If I win, I'm going to go up 2 steps on the supremacy track. Hence the risky element.
That's not that risky.
Well, it's dice rolls. So,
True. Okay, so risky gambit.
So I'm rolling
Pete, do you want to play diplomacy?
Nope.
Right,
I'm rolling
battle preparations.
5 dice.
5
re-rolling
dice with a
ones.
targeting value of 2.
Yep.
Pete, you are 1, 2, 3 dice with a targeting value of 2. Do you want to spend any energy? Rob,
How much
So
energy?
victory points.
Pete's
on
got no energy, has he?
you've got
So
no energy.
I will risk 1 more energy.
So you're
That gives me full 6. Well,
yeah,
that gives my
going to have
maximum.
no more than 6 dice.
Where's my last die?
So 6 dice, targeting value of 2. 3 dice, targeting value of 2.
6, 5, 5, 5.
Ah,
Yeah, it's yours.
okay.
Boom.
So you go 2 spaces up the supremacy
That
track.
does trigger
This is all
another,
sorts of
another event.
Another event.
And 1 up here. And that gets me that, which I'm going to immediately trade in.
Has that got shields? No,
Three.
very
Doesn't
simple.
mind. Immediately trade in
You
for
get
2 titanium
a point. Okay.
to build one of these factories
Here,
there.
which gets you...
Only
when
4
you
more.
lose a battle,
Yeah, move up on one of the tracks.
Is that?
move on a track of your choice.
Does he get that after, or is that? Is that thing you can play?
It's a battle card. Play when you lose a battle. You've lost a
Okay.
battle. So,
Boom, boom.
so this is going to get you...
Only 4. One,
But don't you get 3 extra?
sorry, 7 in total. So 4 from that.
So
7
7.
in. Yep. G2. Important thing is he gets me
But
the
you
second
get
one of
that,
these.
which allows you to do
To
a double
immediately to
repair.
repair to fix that. Sorry, that should have come with a damage marker. Because
Okay,
it
yeah.
did come on the start. Ooh, that was quite.
Once the end game is triggered, there are no more events. Thank you, Jasper. I
Oh,
didn't realise that rule,
We
so...
didn't trigger the event there.
And kind of makes sense.
All of another get events up,
Good
but
job I didn't play the card that allowed me to rearrange the deck.
Yeah.
and I think at the end of my turn, because I built a
Well,
development,
that's definitely won you the game, I
I've
think.
got a credit.
Okay, so we go to end of game scoring, which is it printed on player aids?
Yeah,
It is.
Pete took his reward for losing the battle.
Yes, Pete did take his reward. It was a point and a card. So, tracks. Let's go through the tracks. You want to shout them out?
12 for purple, 8 for yellow, 6 for green.
Okay.
9 for yellow, 7 for green, 6 for purple, 14 for yellow, 6 for green, 4 for purple, 10 for purple, 9 for green, 9 for yellow, 12 for green, 10 for purple, 7 for yellow.
Okay, that's the track scored. Developments. So I have 1 observatory. I have reached level 2, so it's worth 7 points. Pete, you've built
An obelisk. It's level
obelisk.
1.
It's a level 1 obelisk because you're here,
Yep.
so it's 5 points.
Yeah.
So 5 points to you. Rob, you've built 2 factories.
I'm at level
They are level.
factories.
Sorry, factories.
Oh, I did build one, so I should have gone up on that track.
Ah, yes.
Yep, that was the other thing. That finished it
So
off.
1 more point.
So that's
So
14.
1 more point for the 10 instead of the 9.
Yep, and then
And
14.
And then 14 for your factories. Right, quasars. Pete, you get 2 points for that. Rob, you get
8 in total.
5 points for that.
5 for that one and
Because
3
it's built in the middle,
Yep.
and 3 for that. Wow, I didn't realise, but this is a really.
That's why I
That
pushed
space
for it.
is an extra 5 points.
Mm.
Damage, minus 2 points for every damaged
I
module.
have a damaged module.
I also have a damaged module.
What a shame.
2 points. Vault bonus. So all of us get 1 point for every resource we've got left, including cards.
And credits.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 11.
9.
Okay. Relics. I have 2 relics.
I have 1.
5 points.
I have 3.
You got
I get
3?
9. Yep.
Wow.
1,
I have 1. Is that 1 point?
2.
1 is 2 points. 3 of them is 9 points. Civilization modules. So I have a scoring module that's 3 points plus another 3 for every ability which affects all players, which I have 2 of. So I get 9 points. I also have 3 points plus 1 for each leader in a development, so I get an extra 4. Okay.
I have Tower Keepers Guild 3 plus 3 for each tower. So it's a total of 6.
Obelisk. Yep.
Obelisk.
I get the Battle Worn Bulkheads, 2 for each damage icon depicted on your modules, max of 12.
Wow.
So
That's 12.
that's full 12.
Leaders. Leaders left on your station are worth a point each.
I have 3.
I have 5. Destiny cards. We're not using Destiny cards. They are for an extra variant. And then I believe that's it. Well, that didn't go as a plan. I thought Rob was going to win, but not by that many.
I honestly wasn't too sure, given how Peter got a good lead, but
Yes.
then I realised actually there had a lot of blue cards, only one of them was actually a victory point scorer. And then
Yeah, I'm surprised I picked you in the end.
it was the initial big victory point jumps for them. I didn't get one of them, whereas you two each got
Yeah, but
10, 11
that
points.
that hurt me. By me building that early, which was a plan, and then I was going to build one there, I ended up losing the resources, which meant I didn't have the resources to build the modules. So I then my engine kind of stalled.
Yep.
But losing that combat wrecked my game.
Yep.
Because otherwise I would have had a ship there, and I was all ready for building a second observatory.
Yep.
And that would have been great.
That
But
full
I didn't.
wipeout I suffered at the start was annoying. Although
It
I took the risk because I had the card that got me the points for
Yes.
it. So it wasn't a complete wipe, but it was
No.
It was an annoyance. But yeah, thank you to the small little demons
that?
on the shoulder. Yeah, the various encouragement to do the risky option.
Yeah, no, it was fun to see that, because your other option would have been
I would have sent the the plushie prize to there.
and just built here.
Just built there because it was guaranteed.
And that would have been 7 points.
Ian the Ironstorm couldn't have touched me because of the plushie prize's special ability.
So the
But-
Raider Strike wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I'd have gotten So the Raider Strike wouldn't have happened. Ian wouldn't have moved in, but I wouldn't have got any points this because I wouldn't have got on this track. So I can actually just work out quickly. If I lost 2 points for not going up on that track, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would drop 13 points.
It would have been closer, but you'd have still won.
Yeah.
You'd have still won. So, winning score, 155, 131, 125. There you go. I think we've taught you how to play the game. Now, as I mentioned at the start, this is the deluxe version of the game that comes with all of the nice bits. You do not need this. It looks very nice, but you can still play the game without this. We have been using some of the extra modules. We've been using the quasars, which I wouldn't recommend for your first game, but they do make it a little bit interesting. We were using the metamorphosis modules that nobody took.
I don't think so, no.
Nobody took one of these. We were playing with the relics, which were certain modules had relic icons. There's only 16 in the whole game, and we saw 5 of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've got a huge amount of cards off camera as well. There are way more module cards. There's like 43 of each once you start adding all of the ones in from the expansions. We did see one of the explosive modules. So we saw that. They're the modules with dice symbols on.
Ones that arrive badly damaged.
We've got the obliterated ones that arrive badly damaged. So we did see a lot of that. But I've played this game 3 times now. It has played out very, very differently in each of the games, which is a combination of player choice, region setup. This makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, I mean the last game we played, both the fields were right in the corner.
Yeah.
And there was a cluster fight going on over
Yeah.
there, which resulted in a lot of really early.
Yeah, we did have a lot
slaughter.
more PvP combat in my previous 2 games.
Yeah.
There are different raiders as well. So these are the raiders. We never saw this one, so we'll keep that one a secret. But there are other raiders in the game as well. There's at least 2 of each. Some of them there's 3 of. So there's quite a lot of variability in the game.
I think first time we've seen this one, the fast one, that was a real risk because he could buzz around.
Yeah. So having a raider with a range of 2 here really does cause a bit of a problem. But once you've built your big ships, and once you've got, developments in the area,
as we said, if you've got some dirty cards in hand.
Dirty cards.
Yeah, because I took out him with a single transport backed up with some dirty cards.
you did very, very well at the combat. I have to say, you having that card 3 times just
I think I had 2
almost win the combat.
I had 2 copies of it,
Yeah.
and then I cycled one of them.
I think there's only 2 in the whole game. So anyway, we are all done. This was a sponsored video, so although we've just been having a chat about the game, we're not going to share our opinions in this video itself. I will be doing my monthly video log next week. I will be every month I do a monthly video log, and in that video log I am more open with my opinions on the games that I play. So there won't be any opinions in this video, but I will be talking about this game at the end of the video should be going live next weekend, pretty much end of the month. Because I played it 3 times. I have my initial thoughts on the game, but I still feel that I'm in the exploring stage of the game where I can definitely play better, and I think I know what I need to do to play better. I just need to make it happen.
I think we've also got the whole, because we had the 50-point ending trigger. I think some energy were just really getting going when it triggered.
I had too much damage on my modules.
If it had been 60, even just 60 would have had another.
I'd have had another turn.
Couple of turns, yeah.
Yeah, and 70. I think once you really know the game, 70 is probably what you want to play to.
Yeah.
Because players will be more efficient with their moves and everything else. There you go. We're all done. Thank you very much to you 2 for joining me. And thank you very much to everybody for watching. Thank you again to Cardboard Alchemy and to Lucky Duck Games for helping with this, and for Lucky Duck Games for sponsoring the video. And a big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for funding the channel. If you like the content that I create and you want to see more videos, then you can support me directly at patreon.com/gaming rules. Other than that, that's it for another week. We'll be back next week with some more videos, and I will see you then. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Cheers.
Bye.